Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, we've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you here to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Hilda DC, and we've seen this creator a million times before because they are a beloved and dedicated moderator here in Superchat and have been for what I believe is 2 to 2.5 years, maybe longer now actually. And I hope you take inspiration from the idea that I'm actually starting to lose track of how long some of the friendships here have gone on. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things, but they all have one overwhelming thing in common, and that is a sense of generosity. And for that reason, you'll be able to meet more friends and family members when you're on any of their channels during premieres and live streams. Now, Hilda DC is a very special creator here in the Superchat family. She celebrated a birthday last week. We were hoping to stream on her birthday, but we had to move a few things around. So I hope everybody will wish her a belated happy birthday on her channel, or if she manages to come in at some point today. Like I said, this was meant to be scheduled last week, so we'll see, but she's already approaching 2,500 subscribers, and what she's best known for in her content are mukbang style challenges and product reviews. She does a lot of live streaming. She does a lot of premiering. She has a very captive audience, and it can be very fast-paced and high energy during her live chats with premieres and live streams. So like I said, you will be able to meet more friends and family members when you're over there, and she brings a lot of other content in the variety on her channel as well. She does a lot of StreamYard panels. She hops in on a lot of other panelists, or on a lot of people, pardon me, a lot of other people's channels as a panelist as well, and it's great to see people generously sharing content in that way. Now, when I talk about Hilda DC, for those of you who've been with us a long time, you'll know that I often describe her as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube now. And the reason I put so much focus on that is to help you understand the kind of support you're going to get back from some of the creators that we feature here, but really get you to understand as well the impact that these people have had on me personally and the Superchat community. What I mean when I say that Hilda DC is incredibly encouraging, she is literally one of the most encouraging creators that I've met. Extremely strong-willed and a strong personality. She stands behind and beside her audience at all times, other creators, even fans and followers. But she has positive affirmations that flow throughout her content constantly, and that's from the creator herself, as well as special effects on the screen, and she even gets Nightbot on the case, as a matter of fact. And it's wonderful to see somebody bringing motivation, inspiration, and encouragement in the way that she does. As you can see, there's a lot more in her content on her channel. She also has got shorts happening, and these have gotten into the thousands of views. One of them's popped over 47,000. Live streams are frequent. Videos are frequent. She often posts every day, and she has a live chat during her premieres and live streams that it runs faster than Superchat, faster than most you've seen in the Superchat family, rivaling those of VS Speaks Royally, Scratch and PPA, The Stock Explorer, and Garden State Gardener. So I hope everybody will connect with Hilda DC, and like I said, her birthday was last week. She did a stream, so here it is right here. She actually, just a few days ago, but it was last week. I think that was late. But I hope you'll go and visit her, connect with her, and wish her a belated happy birthday. And know, like I said, that she's a dear friend here in the Superchat family. I've got quite a full wheel already filling up, actually, and that is with a lot of members. For those of you who are brand new to Superchat, hopefully you're feeling welcome today. We have a lot of dynamic creators that will come through the chat today, probably 100, maybe more. and everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Now, members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. She Stole My Thunder dropped a super chat before we even started, so we're going to be looking at that channel next before we start spinning the wheel. We always put super chatters on the screen right away, but it is open to everyone, and we expect to be here for at least 2.5 hours, so lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. Kristen Walton will have a premiere for us after Tuber Chat so that we can continue meeting friends and family members in her chat and extend possibly well beyond 3 hours. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning and Derek's Journey are getting added to the wheel right now. Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures, of course, are at the top of the wheel. They are beloved and dedicated moderators here and have been just about from the beginning of Tuber Chat over 3 years ago now. And I've got quite a few more names on there. Kristen Welton, of course, is on there. She is my love. We live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. And Canadian Family Life is also there. Yellow Shirt Dad and Cricket 208 were early in the door. Don Ray B and Phase Yoda Phase King are all on the wheel. Just Jason Keto, another fellow Canadian, is on the wheel, of course. The Jay Jordan is getting added right now. And I will add some more names as we need them and as we see them. The Stock Explorer's here as a member and a moderator. And it was funny, today I reached out to the Stock Explorer. Nora is somebody who's become an incredible friend because they literally, if we both don't hear from each other within a couple of days or cross paths, we each message each other, hey, what's going on, how you doing, right? And the Stock Explorer's always got a lot going on behind her channel. But it was funny because today I said, hey, you going live? And I actually laid down for a nap right as I was asking, and she went live like half an hour after I asked. I slept through the whole thing and then woke up to find out that she'd been live. But that can happen from time to time, but it's wonderful to know that everybody's at least supporting each other as much as we can when we can. And Songbits Laura I see coming in here as well. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. Fallen Arkansas Veteran is here. And they might have already split. They said they were just coming in quickly. I see them there right now, actually. And I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Even if you're just coming by to say hello or drop a thumbs up, those really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. But you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time. I try not to nap too much. Some of you know that for the last month or so I've been trying to take it easy. I had all kinds of allergies and everything else going on. My voice is back to about 99% now, but I decided to rest a bit today. You know, health is number one. We can use that as our I'll use that as my blanket excuse. But I did manage to do that, so we're nice and energized and ready for a hopefully 3-hour stream right now. Lexo Motorsports is getting on the wheel as well. They're a longtime friend and happen to be a member. And like I said, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Multi Hunter 247 is in the house. Cruise Nuts is here. I see Mama 4 Boys needs to be added to the wheel because they happen to be a member. They're here every day. And then Rock Chick Beauty from the UK is in the house. I saw her actually on Corinne's live stream the other day. It's always good to see Orianne and a couple of our dear friends, Mod 6510 Models, and Steve was on there too. Why am I drawing a blank? Oh, it's I'll use my excuse, out of 4,500 channels. Why can't I remember Steve's channel name now? I'll remember as soon as I stop thinking about it. We see a lot of familiar faces together, and it's wonderful because it's literally been years. And like I said, I hope you take inspiration from that idea, knowing that you can see the future right now and know that there are generous creators out there willing to support you. This goes for everybody on your channel and in your YouTube journey years into the future. Destination Fun had a great stream earlier today, bringing all kinds of jealousy into at least myself personally, if not the audience, because they went out to a port and watched a cruise ship begin their voyage. and it's always interesting to see that. You're excited for everybody on the ship, but I can't help but wish I was joining them. But it was great to see that. Florida Claimers Ted is in the house. Granny Filming again is here. Henry Leslie Vermont is in the house. KY Prepper 5 is here. Nez Lover and Paul's Green Space was featured the other day. They just started an Instagram account today. I posted the link if it happens to still be there if you want to scroll up. Everybody here is welcome to support each other, of course, but also promote like your different social medias and things, especially if you're going to swap playlists. Michael's Adventures was mentioning in the chat earlier who needs help with watch hours. He'll be willing to swap playlists, and a lot of other creators will be. If you'd like to swap playlists with somebody in the chat, anybody at all, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Ron's Keto Cafe is in the house. Square County Homestead is here. Now, hopefully, I haven't missed anybody, but as long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. Black Guns and Gardens is here. Ace Flaw 1 has been with Tuberchat since before the beginning. I've been connected to Andy for over 3.5 years, if you can believe that. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder has been a gold member for almost 2 years. He's actually been connected to me as long as Ace Flaw 1, about 3.5 years. And he supports with every channel he's got in all sorts of with all sorts of generosity. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder has been a dear friend and so impactful, as a matter of fact, here in the Tuberchat family, that he was the very first creator chosen out of the Superchat family to be featured on episode number 2. That was 569 episodes ago, if you can believe it, and literally 3 years. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is getting added to the wheel, but we see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and his link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so because he is a gold member. And Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is on the wheel now. We're going to get to our next channel in another moment, but I did just want to mention again, Hilda DC. She's a dear friend, and to all of us here, especially the moderators on this channel, a lot of us have been together for literally what's getting on years now, about 3 years, some of these creators, and each of the moderators on this channel have had a special kind of impact and an overwhelming sense of generosity that I've noticed, and for that reason they've been added as moderators. We don't add a lot because we don't, I don't want everybody to be bogged down with moderating duties here when it's not necessary. Some of the robots can take some of the pressure off. We use Botissimo, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and Nightbot here, and that can help with link drops and reminding everybody to follow on Twitter and things like that. Black Guns and Gardens, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to look at Black Guns and Gardens right after She Stole My Thunder, which is the first channel I'm going to bring up right now. So we'll do that now. And again, Hilda DC celebrated a birthday last week, but she's a dear friend to all of us, and I hope you'll go and wish her a belated happy birthday, and we'll likely see her again soon. She Stole My Thunder is coming up right now. I just need a quick second. I'll be right back. She Stole My Thunder is a fellow Canadian, and they come to us from the Montreal area, and they review books, art, movies on their channel. They actually do a lot more than that, but that's how they introduce their channel to us. One of the things that is that I find really interesting on this channel that I've come to know about She Stole My Thunder is that they have a vibrant Flickr account, for those of you who recognize Flickr, popular with artists and photos and imagery. She has 193,000 photos on Flickr. So that's likely over a long period of time. I never did ask or check. Joined in 2008, so yes, a long time ago. But it's certainly full of all kinds of different things, like especially art and sculptures. And on her channel, she'll even describe occasionally in a video or a live stream what it's like being a photographer trying to get some content while you're going to touristy type places like museums and galleries and things like that. But she brings us to those as well. There's a lot of stories to be told or readings to be done on the channel. Lots of reviews, shout out videos for other creators, and then some helpful videos as well. You see that she's got a stream coming up, that's tomorrow, that's going to help us understand how to design a thumbnail with a popular website and app called Canva, and she's done that before as well. So hopefully everybody will join her for that, but obviously she stole my thunder, an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Thanks again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we put her channel on the screen right away, and she's working on 1,700 subscribers right now. AceFlaw1 celebrated a birthday last month as well, so happy belated birthday to Andy from AceFlaw1. And next up, I'm going to drop Black Guns and Gardens onto the screen because they also dropped a super chat. So thank you for that extra generosity. I certainly do appreciate that. And then we'll get to spinning the wheel soon. Super chatters, of course, get added to the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I caught Via Speaks Royally earlier today for a live stream again. I didn't put them on the wheel yet. I'm going to put them on right now, along with the gaming family. And Via Speaks Royally has had a busy year, really. There has been, I mean, there's always stuff going on with the royal family. But this year, you know, we see there's a new king that's been crowned, and that affects a lot of us around the world, even myself here in Canada, of course. But you'll catch a lot of vibrant conversation and engage conversation on that channel because Via Speaks Royally does a great job of staying up to date on their subject and leading conversation in their live streams. Black Guns and Gardens is up here to show us how we can do a little bit of prepping and gardening for ourselves, as well as some product reviews. As we can see, I'm a little bit behind, so I'm going to take one of your latest videos. I'm going to take the longer of the two here just to get a couple of watch minutes in there. And that's a playlist that I use to just help me keep caught up with creators. We've got a fun name for it, but it just is a playlist. Playlist can be a great tool to use in a lot of different ways. And they've got quite a few videos here, as a matter of fact. And they've got one that's hit 1,000 views, which is great. That will likely continue. I want to see how the shorts are doing. These have gotten into over 1,000 views as well. And this is one that was interesting because I remember when they did this product review, which is really cool. These battery kits can be fantastic things to have, both for emergency and for practical use outside. I happen to have something similar and I enjoy it very much. Black Guns and Gardens has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time now, probably a year and a half, could be even longer. And then they'll talk about their family's journey through self-sufficiency, gardening, prepping, aquaponics, and self-defense. And I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. Margie's Crafty Corner, thank you for the highlighted milestone message. I'm going to get Margie's Crafty Corner onto the wheel. Hopefully I haven't missed any of our members. Deborah's Journeys there as well. I'm going to get them onto the wheel also. And like I said, members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Margie's Crafty Corner, actually, I'm going to put up right now. So thank you one more time. She Stole My Thunder and Black Guns and Gardens for your super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've both done that before, as has Margie's Crafty Corner, and she's coming up right now. Because of that, and we'll get to spinning the wheel shortly, Margie's Crafty Corner is going to bring us many different crafts, not to mention live streaming. And I see you've got another couple of videos. A completed journal. I'm not sure. Is this a junk journal? I think so. I was introduced to junk journals about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, by some of our creators. A few shorts videos. We'll see if those continue on the channel. She's posting frequently here. Margie's Crafty Corner seems to be posting at least once a week, if not twice. And then live streams are frequent. I didn't catch yesterday's. Fridays are a really tough day for me to even be on YouTube. So I'm barely ever on, but hopefully I'll catch you for one of these at some point, because she seems to be making these weekly as well. But we can always go back for a replay, of course, right? But I've got one of your videos in my catch-up list that will help me give you, first of all, a couple of watch minutes, but catch up a little bit, make sure I don't fall behind. Six Bows is back, is in the house. She's a powerhouse of energy and positivity. Stace is here. Thanks for being here. And Six Bows is back, is asking Yellow Shirt Dad what color of shirt you're wearing today. I've only once ever seen Yellow Shirt Dad without a yellow shirt on, but I can tell you, if you look hard enough, you will find that. Natalie Nicole's ASMR is here as well. Good to see you in the house. And thank you again, everybody, for being here. It's great to be back in the swing of this again. So Margie's Crafty Corner, thank you again one more time for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. She does crochet and paper crafts on the channel, and a little bit more. As a matter of fact, a conversation can get going once the live streams start as well, as you can imagine. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Margie's Crafty Corner and pushing her towards the 900 subscribers that they're thinking about. We've got a couple of brand new channels in the chat. Harriet Annabo and Shunday's Everyday Life. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I wonder, forgive me if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly, Tapatios Copwatch, good to see you in the house. I'm not sure if that's Tapatios or Tapatios, so I'd love it if you correct me, just so I can promote you properly. And Plumber Stacker, by the way, is here for what I think is the first time as well. So thank you for being here also. And like I said, after a long period of time, I will start adding names to our wheel from our chat list. I have a robot in the background that keeps track of how active everybody is. What I'm talking about is conversation, actually. And the more you truly conversate with other creators in the chat while we're here, the faster you get onto the wheel, and then eventually the screen. Of course, the wheel is random. Now, we just spun, and Kristen Welton is up here right now. She's actually got a premiere for us right after Tuber Chat today, so in another 2.5 hours from now or so. Kristen is my love. We live together in Niagara Falls, Canada, but she has her own channel. She's doing her own thing and has been for a very long time now. You can see she's almost at 1,800 subscribers, and what she's doing more than anything else is beauty-related product reviews. She does get into other things like tech gadgets and a lot more variety on the channel, but when you catch her for a product review, it could also be a sponsored video as well. You'll notice that presentation is at the forefront of her mind. She always keeps these bright, bold headshots on her thumbnails with a color scheme that she has claimed for herself from a long time ago, and that will likely serve well in branding and recognition, where you could imagine somebody might enjoy a video from this creator and then later be presented with another video from the same creator and probably be inclined to click on that thumbnail because they've already got a feeling of satisfaction out of watching a video from this creator. And I use that word specifically because that's how YouTube describes the way that they recommend videos. When somebody comes to YouTube and searches for something, or if YouTube wants to recommend videos for people, what they're trying to do is satisfy that user's either craving or want when it comes to the content. So satisfaction is a very key word when we talk about the algorithm and the recommendation engine. That's why I use it here. So Kristen Welton as well likes to include bloopers throughout her videos, sometimes at the end, sometimes mixed within, so I'm sure you'll enjoy those. Lots of people do. She's been doing that a long time. Occasionally she live streams, probably next week because she's got a birthday coming up as well. And then she often has either done interviews or been interviewed, and brings a little bit more variety in some outdoor content as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. And like I said, we'd love to push her towards the 1,800 subscribers she's thinking about. Her shorts videos have done great, hitting as much as almost I think it's 20 and almost 30,000 views. Am I right? Yes, 21,000, 28,000. These are a couple of cats that make cameo appearances on Tuber Chat occasionally. There's Trouble Von Cuddlepuss and Spiky Bruiser there, but you'll learn more about them when you're on her channel, and then more variety. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. We'll have a better look at Kristen's channel later today in 2.5 hours when she drops a premiere. We'll be able to continue meeting friends and family members during that live chat as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if anybody has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I'll appreciate it greatly. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is up here right now, and I described this creator earlier because they've been with me since long before Tuber Chat was even a thought. I had been on YouTube for a couple of years already, and I was introduced to a couple of small YouTubers that had a community going of their own where they were literally supporting each other regardless of niche or category and content, and I found it overwhelming, the sense of generosity between all of these creators willing to support each other over the long term, and we couldn't have known then. I'm just happy that we were right. But now, Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder has been with me well over 3 years, still supporting as much as back in the day. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder was supporting me before Tuber Chat was even a thought, and I know I mentioned this earlier, but I put a lot of focus on it. He was the first creator to ever be chosen out of the Tuber Chat family to be featured on episode number 2. Hilda DC is featured again today, and we featured Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder's other channels as well on different episodes throughout. We're on number 571 today. If you can believe it, that's 3 years down the road. But we feature a different channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I see within the community. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, as you have seen. We do that so that you literally have the opportunity to meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. Foxy's Friends is in the house. That's another incredibly supportive channel. I'm going to get them onto the wheel as they happen to be a member. And Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Streaming is a second channel from this creator. His original channel is pure variety. Could be live streaming, could be shorts, could be videos, but everything under the sun in that variety. Here in Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream, of course, you're going to find a lot of gameplay. I've actually collaborated with him on this channel. This pool game is something we both have in common. We play 8-ball pool. It's something I'd been playing for years, just casually, but he was starting a stream one night late, and I hopped in there with him. So if you search Tuber Chat on Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream, you can watch us play each other for an hour. And he's been a dear friend all this time, so I hope everybody will enjoy connecting with him. The second channel is also monetized. We can give him super chats and memberships when we get there, and he's approaching 4,700 subscribers over here. We've got another brand new channel in the chat, and that is Stress Relief Table. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I think what we're going to do is go for a break. I'm taking them a little more frequently these days just to help the voice. But we'll be back in 3 minutes, and then we're going to look at Don Ray B. Alright, we're back and looking at Don Ray B's channel. This is a very special channel in the Tuber Chat family as well. They bring us homesteading activities, but there's a story behind the channel and an inspiration that Don Ray B wants to bring to her community and to others. And the idea is every day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true. That comes from the idea that Don Ray B is literally in the process of doing that for themselves. I'd like to say they've already made their dreams come true, but I'm hoping that that's also, a lifelong adventure where they're just in the beginnings, even though the biggest part of it is likely what they've achieved already. What I'm talking about is the idea of dreaming of possibly a homesteading lifestyle and then making that happen for themselves. Of course, the idea is not necessarily that homesteading is the idea for everyone, but more so whatever your dreams may be, to make those come true for yourself, right? Because I believe that everybody can, almost everybody can in almost every case. Some things just take time. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people will agree that when you're younger, time seems to, you could be 20 or 30 years old and you might think like, oh, I've got no time left. But as you get a little bit older, you start to understand that making plans that are 2, 3, or 5, or even 10 years out are not unreasonable. Because, and forgive me because I could be wrong, this is just an idea, right? But the idea is that if you have a change in life that you want to make that's a really major change, it can be done. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in a week or a month, maybe not even in a year, but you certainly can make these things come true. Now, Don Ray B is going to give you more information about their particular story on their About page. It's all right here. And then in their videos, they're sharing with us their homesteading activities now, garden updates and things like that. Here we go right here, veggie garden progress. And I'm going to take this video and put it in my catch-up list because I can see I'm behind. I don't want to fall any farther behind. There's a playlist I use just to keep caught up with creators. But Don Ray B is now very close to 500 subscribers, and I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They are an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but I just think it's extra special when we have somebody who's putting forth and using their channel as a platform to try to inspire and motivate and encourage others. So that's what you'll find when you get here. And Don Ray B always brings positivity everywhere they go as well. Their shorts are starting to get into a couple of thousand views, which is great, and that will likely continue as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We've had an influx of gardening, ranching, farming, homesteading, and outdoor channels for the last year or so. And Don Ray B is certainly a very influential part of that community and of ours as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels now because we've been on over half an hour and we're settled in. Yarn again, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Wayne's Adventure, good to see you in the house. Wayne's Adventure, forgive me for not being certain if that's a channel we already know, possibly even that's been renamed, or if you might be here for the first time today. It just looks like a popular name to me, so forgive me for not being certain about that, but it's great to have you here. Let's spin the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Michael's Adventures is coming up right now, and he will have a premiere for us tomorrow after Tuber Chat. He's done that many times. He's a creator who's here as both a moderator and a member, and he's been a moderator for a couple of years now. He's been with Tuber Chat almost from the beginning. When we look back, over 570 episodes now, and he posts every single day. He literally has over 3,000 videos on his channel, mostly wildlife. Now, I'm way behind with him, but I always am. So what happens with Michael's Adventures is I'll typically grab everything he's got and just catch up all at once. But he's got a premiere. He's got a bunch of premieres all set up because he like I said, posts every day. day, but he's got one for us tomorrow right after Tuber Chat, so we'll get a great look at his channel. Wildlife is the number one thing you'll find here. It could be raccoons, could be foxes, could be deer. There's bird watching on the channel. He often takes us outdoors for a look around, whether it's around his own area or on a vacation. Stories to be told, could be a graveyard or a cemetery or other interesting places. And he certainly loves the outdoors. He's also got interesting stories to tell. He's also got some shorts videos, and you'll find a little bit more variety on the channel because he might be scratching a lottery ticket or playing a slot game on a tablet or a few other activities as well. He is an incredibly generous creator in a lot of different ways, and one of the things that he puts a lot of focus on is helping others with their watch hours. So if anybody here would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course, but Michael's Adventures, as well as most of our moderators, if not all, will be willing to do that with you as well. Pardon me. T Weezy is in the house. Good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. And let's spin the wheel. I see Odom's Homestead is here, so I put them on the wheel. Mona Did What is going to get added in another second. Together We Travel is here. They're actually going to be featured, I believe, on our next episode. I could be mistaken. And with Over the Top Generosity, Don Ray B is doing something they've done countless times before. And this is just an example of what I'm talking about. But Don Ray B has just gifted 5 memberships. And I'm just going to drop something in the chat there. If you don't already have the ability to receive gifted memberships on, you may have to set this on just about every channel that you go to. So as a reminder, every time you see somebody gift a membership anywhere, you want to turn that on if you want to be eligible to receive them. YouTube distributes them randomly, but AceFlaw1, Yarn again, Cat Lynn, as well as Cabarar Gaming have all received those gifted memberships. So thank you again, Don Ray B. An incredibly generous thing to have done. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And I'm sure that everybody receiving those gifted memberships again will be appreciative of that. Don Ray B, like I said, has done this many times. And they let us know that one of the reasons is because their first membership was gifted by somebody. So they use this as an idea to pay that forward. And I think it's another incredibly inspiring story to carry them on their YouTube journey as well, if that makes sense. Yarn again is going to be added onto the wheel right now. I did say I was going to put Mona Did What. They already happen to be a member. We'll see if AceFlaw1 is still in the house, and we'll get him on the wheel because he just received a gifted membership. And Scratch and Pete PA gave us the instructions for how to get those done. So I just dropped that message in the chat. Nightbot copied out the instructions from Scratch and PPA, so you know how to turn that on if you need to. Silent Silver's in the house. Good to see you in the house. And then Lexo Motorsports is up on the screen right now. Cat Lynn, I'm going to get you onto the wheel because you happen to be a member. I'm about to fall behind in the chat. I'll try not to. The Stock Explorer is dropping a super chat, so thank you for that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And like I said, Nora streamed earlier. I asked them if they were going to stream, and then I took a nap, and they streamed while I was doing that, so I missed it. But we'll look at their channel in another second here, and then I know I missed another activity in the chat. Derek's Journey also dropped a super chat. So thank you for that. Derek's done that countless times as well. We'll get that channel up on the screen right before the Stock Explorer and after we talk about Lexo Motorsports. This is a creator that's been with us a long time and brings a lot of speed on their channel, as you can imagine. And thank you, quiet listener. They're working on watch hours. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Fazio to Face King is still on the wheel. Catlin's on the wheel. And then, napping is important. I used to do too much of it. Now I try not to, but I was doing it regularly for a while, but today I did. And there we go. Ghostly Wins is the creator responsible for naming my catch-up playlist. And they come to us from Australia, but it's good to see you in the house. They always have the most creative things to say about the Wheel of Doom. Lisa J. Stocks, good to see you in the house. Pardon me. Lexo Motorsports has an interesting combination of content on their channel because they do two things here. So they bring us the all-out call-outs. They bring drag racing, ATVs, dirt bikes, but also saltwater aquariums, which is an interesting combination. But you'll find that in both the videos and the shorts. So I'm just going to take the latest video from Albuquerque Aquarium. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. I think I shared that out the other day. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But I've got that to watch now. And then their shorts videos have started to get into the thousands of views. One of them's popped over 14,000, which is great to see. That will likely continue. They've been a longtime friend, obviously a loyal and dedicated supporter. 893 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them towards the 900 they're thinking about. Caliking916, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And the Bud Files are going to get added to the wheel because they happen to be members as well. So I'm going to start moving it. I did say I was going to try to move a little bit faster through channels. We've been on for just under an hour. Lots of time to go. More than 2 hours left. And like I said, Kristen Wilton's got a premiere for us, so we'll be able to continue connecting and meeting more friends and family members during her premiere. The Stock Explorer is up next. Derek's Journey is on the screen right now because he dropped a super chat, so thank you for that. He's done that countless times. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat, but I see we've got another brand new channel. Amy and Family is here, so thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And thank you, Amy and Family. Hopefully you enjoy your time here. For anybody that is brand new, because we got quite a few brand new channels today, we always have a few new channels, but you never know if it's going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 or sometimes even more. But for anybody that's brand new, the best success here in Superchat is always found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators, supporting them first. Our instructions are always in our video description. Once you support other creators and let them know you've done that, they'll turn around and do the same thing for you. Some of the creators, many of them who've been with us for a long time, will not go right to a brand new channel that they see in the chat because they want to make a judgment call for themselves as to whether you might be a loyal and dedicated supporter before they will connect. We've all been doing this for a long time. And so that means the best success is found in making the first move. You can meet up to 8, maybe 10 supporters per hour here in Superchat. Any faster than that is too fast. You'll end up losing a lot of them due to the algorithm afterwards. We don't wish that on anybody, of course, but if you take your time and meet people one by one, you'll do just fine. Derek's Journey is a very seasoned member of the Superchat family, an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. This is somebody who not only wants to motivate and encourage others with healthy living and fitness first, but he also does a spectacular job of collaborating with other creators and getting a lot of people together for these collaborations, usually fitness challenges. Now, for anybody that's tried to get 2 or 3 people to agree on anything, you know how difficult that is in life, let alone trying to set up a collaboration with literally sometimes dozens of creators. Now, Derek's Journey's been able to do this for a long time. Fitness first on the channel, but he also gives us a wonderful look at the family behind the channel as well. well. Sometimes they take us out on adventure. Sometimes they're doing product reviews. And they take us to a lot of interesting places, actually. And then Derek's Journey posts frequently, usually several times a week. They've got some shorts videos that have gotten into now the thousands of views. Live streams are something that they do occasionally as well. They've got one coming up tonight. They're going to be starting, actually, in about 40 minutes or so. We'll still be on, but we know that they'll be live after Tuber Chat, so we might be able to get over there and see what they're going to do in this binge eating challenge. I'm glad you're doing that, not me, but that's okay. I'll be happy to sit back and watch. And then Derek's Journey as well has got another channel called Balance Breakers Fitness and Gaming, so we'll see if they're going to bring out new content on this channel, video gameplay along with the fitness challenges from Derek's Journey. And then You Never Know with Jeannie and Jaden is another couple of members of the in real life Derek's Journey family that are bringing us more variety in line with the fitness challenges that we know and love from Derek's Journey as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to them here. 155 subscribers. We'd love to encourage them and push them towards the 200 subscribers that they're thinking about. And thank you again for another super chat. Derek's Journey's done that countless times, as has the Stock Explorer, who is here as a member and a moderator. So we'll see what Nora's got going on. I just need a quick second, and then we're going to talk about their content. Now we're back with the Stock Explorer. That is Nora, that we see in the thumbnails here. And they actually live streamed earlier today, but this channel is called the Stock Explorer. And what they seek to do is bring us the stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They do that through shorts, videos, and live streams, and they bring us everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and options trading as well. There's a lot of friendly conversation on the channel, and the Stock Explorer has gotten into a bit more variety. They've been doing some lottery ticket scratching, a lot of StreamYard panels with friendly conversation. As a matter of fact, just a few months ago I joined them, and we had a one-on-one discussion about YouTube. I'd like to call it an interview, but of course it turns into a friendly conversation. Nora's been a dear friend for a long, long time. Now, 1,700 subscribers is where they're headed right now. They'll likely have that very soon. Lots of shorts videos that are getting into the thousands of views. Live streaming happens several times a week, including 5 hours ago, the one that I slept through, but hopefully I'll catch them for the next one. And then sometimes they have charts and graphs for us to see during their live streams. Sometimes it's friendly conversation, but they do keep us updated about the happenings in the stock and crypto markets. Often they have product in hand as well. And then they've got a second channel called Tropical Buzz. When we look at this, the Stock Explorer happens to be in Florida. And what Nora seeks to do here is educate us about plant life, which is a hobby, more than a hobby for them. But they might even grow some of their own things as well. They've gotten involved in seed swaps and things like that. So we'll keep an eye on this channel. 218 subscribers. We'd love to encourage Nora on both the Stock Explorer and Tropical Buzz. And I hope everybody will connect with them. Like I said, they've been a dear friend for a long, long time. All of our moderators are dear friends of each other, and they all allow you to meet more friends and family members on their channels during their premieres and live streams. Tropical Buzz has yet to stream, or I'm not sure about premieres, but the Stock Explorer does live streams all the time, and they have a vibrant community. You hear me talk about how fast-paced and high energy their chats are, like I mentioned earlier about Hilda DC, or Via Speaks Royally, or Scratch and PPA, who we have yet to see today. Cricket 208 is coming up. I'm trying not to yell through the house. I got to remind myself of this. Jan Hines, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. some of you know that when you live stream, if you haven't live streamed yet, you'll find it pretty quick once you start, if you're going to do that. But for everybody who live streams, you probably find yourself talking a little bit louder and maybe even more fast paced than usual. So we have to keep that in mind, especially when we're outdoors. I've live streamed in restaurants and things and had people give those dirty looks that you don't wish for. So you have to keep that in mind when you're streaming. Rock Chick Beauty is coming up shortly because they have got a super chat rolling through the chat right now. They've done that countless times as well. They come to us from the UK. It's quite late over there, actually, well beyond midnight now. But Rock Chick Beauty will be the next channel that we look at. Thank you again. That's Oriane, and she's done that countless times as well. Right now we're looking at Cricket 208. Ace Flaw 1 still in the house. I'm going to get Andy onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. After a long period of time, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. That will probably be another hour from now or so. Cricket 208 has 141 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. I might get you just to pardon me for a quick second here because I just got to close a curtain. The sun is almost in my eyes here. It'll be just a quick second. And when we look at Cricket 208, we're going to see that they'll give us a story on their About page about how they added, or how they began their YouTube channel and what they'll be adding. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. When we get into their videos, we see that they're posting frequently, sometimes multiple times a day. So I see you put out a few yesterday. I'm just going to take the latest one for now and put this into my catch-up list. And that's the playlist that I talk about that was named by our friend Ghostly Winds in the chat from Australia. Just a fun name that we have for that. Playlist I use as a tool to keep caught up with creators. And then when we look at the shorts videos on Cricket 208, we see that these have gotten into over 1,400 views, so that will likely continue as well. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And they're going to talk about random content, nature, cats, dogs, birds, life, and maybe even some reaction videos. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that as well. Rock Chick Beauty is coming up right now because they dropped a super chat. They've done that countless times. Like I said, Oriane is from the UK, and she has been a dear friend of almost 3 years now as well. She has an interesting story for her channel also because she had the opportunity to stop and restart and reset almost 2 years ago now, I think it is. Let's have a look, because I keep saying that, but it's February 29th, 2021. So yeah, just over 2 years ago, reset and restarted their channel. And the idea is, could you do better and move faster the second time around? You know, if we knew then what we know now, you know, that kind of thing. And now that she knows, yeah, she's moved a lot differently, and now is well over 1,000 subscribers, almost at 1,100. She brings beauty more than anything else, and a lot of product reviews, including sponsored videos on her channel. Presentation is always at the forefront of her mind. You can see that every video gets its own thumbnail, but the bright, bold headshots, again, we've talked about this before, will make her recognizable. And she tends to dress up her channel as well with a new banner or avatar, especially for holidays and other types of special events. So that's something to look forward to seeing. And then her shorts are starting to approach almost 2,000 views. She streams frequently, but also hops in on other StreamYard panels with other creators as well, and has done that for a long time also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her and helping her push towards that 1,100 subscribers. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Rock Chick Beauty, I hope those sponsored videos are going well, because I remember it's been a long time now since they said they were starting those, which is great. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And like I said, Rock Chick Beauty's done that countless times as well. The bud files are coming up right now. The Bud Files has a channel, and it is dedicated to the idea of modern day archaeology. And what they seek to do here is uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. And I'm just reading the chat for a second. Mona Did What is just asking, which watch hours do you check? The analysis has more than one $sign, the YouTube Studio. So in YouTube Studio, particularly on a computer, I have to admit I'm more well versed with the computer than I am with the phone, because I really don't use the if I'm on YouTube, I'm almost always on a computer, and I don't use the apps myself personally to look all the time. I should kind of catch up with the different updates and things that they've done. But if you look in the YouTube Studio, particularly on a computer, and look in the monetization section, or I guess it's called the earn section now, then it's going to give you a breakdown. But if you're chasing watch hours, like you haven't achieved the 4,000 yet, that's the only number you need, is where that gauge is. There's a pink and a blue line, I think they are, to tell you how many subscribers you have, how many watch hours you have, and how many shorts views you have. Shorts views are a bit of a different thing. But when we're talking about the 4,000 watch hours, that's the only number that matters. When you look in your analytics, you're going to find different numbers all over the place, and they fluctuate all the time as well. When you look at watch hours there, they're counting some things that may not be eligible for monetization. Just by a tiny sliver. It's usually not very much, but it can be confusing. So if you look on your monetization section and you see those lines that I'm talking about, that's the only number that matters. The number that says when you get to 4,000 here, you'll be invited into the partner program and monetized after that point, if that makes sense. So forgive me, I know that's a long speech, but that's an idea. And then the Bud Files, again, we're talking about their content. So modern day archaeology, I'm just going to take their latest video, put this into my catch-up list. They've been posting frequently. It seems they're on just about every single day. You can see that every couple of days they're posting here. And they also do a lot of live streaming. Thank you, Just Jason Keto. And when we look at the Bud Files, we see these live streams. Sometimes they're out giving us a story to be told or taking a look around. Sometimes they're indoors. They could be singing, dancing, playing a game, or having a conversation. And then the videos are where we get to see most of the history. They take us to a lot of interesting places. And a lot of interesting stories come along with this content as well. They're approaching 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer to that milestone today. Yeah, Mona Did What? Yeah, I find the computer, I just happen to be a computer guy, so I think I'm just more comfortable with that. And they always come out with new features on the computer first, if that makes sense, or on a web browser like Chrome or Firefox, or when you look at the YouTube website, let's say, they seem to come out with things there before the app, and then they add the things to the app afterwards on Android and iPhone. Cat Lynn is coming up. They received a gifted membership today from Don Ray B, which is an incredibly generous thing to have done, and Don Ray B's done that many times. Actually, what we're going to do is go and take a break for another 3 minutes. I know I'm doing these frequently today. Possibly in another few days we'll start spacing them out again, but we'll go for 3 minutes. We'll come back and talk about Cat Lynn's content. All right, we're back and we're looking at Kat Lynn, who received a gifted membership from Don Ray B today. So thank you again to Don Ray B for that extremely generous thing to have done. She's done that countless times, and Kat Lynn will likely be happy to have that. We're going to find oracle readings on this channel more than anything else. I also see a few more creators have come in, so thank you for that. Thank you for everybody that has shared out for us. Lonnie Songs and Other Things is a longtime friend and another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They dropped a super chat during that break, and I will put their channel up on the screen next. Because of that, we always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And forgive me, I forgot to say it. Happy Memorial Day weekend to our American friends. In Canada, we celebrated a different holiday called Victoria Day last weekend, so it slips my mind to think about that. But yes, our American friends are enjoying a holiday weekend. And Corinne's Life, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. She's here as a member and a moderator, another fellow Canadian, and we'll look at her channel after I've got her on the wheel. Kat Lynn has got 519 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600. We know they're going to be thinking about. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's the playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that, and if anybody here right now would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So, Kat Lynn is somebody who's with us just about every single day, as a matter of fact. They'll give you a story as to the history of their oracle readings and why they bring them to us on their YouTube channel. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, and they're posting frequently, as you can see, just about every single day, sometimes even multiple times a day. When we look at their shorts, we see that these have started to move into over 1,000 views, and that will likely continue as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there also. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And Odom's Homestead is going to be up right after Lonnie Songs and Other Things. I spun the wheel prematurely there, but that's okay. And then we'll get back to spinning right after that. Lonnie Songs and Other Things dropped a super chat on us, and they've done that before as well. Lonnie Songs and Other Things has been a long time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've got interesting variety on their channel, but most often what you're going to find here is live streams, and we can hang out. They might be singing or carrying on conversation, and all that fluff and stuff I see coming in from Australia as well. So thank you for being here. Let's get them onto our Wheel of Doom. And like I said, members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Lonnie Songs and Other Things has got some interesting shorts happening here. Some delicious looking content. Some of these have gotten over 1,000 views, but one of them's over 4,000, which is great to see. That will likely continue if you keep posting those. Videos are something that happens occasionally, but live streams are what they're most known for. I didn't realize it was so long since I caught you for a live stream, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one soon if you're going to continue those. And Lonnie Songs and Other Things is now on the official road to 2,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And then, yes, thank you, Fallen Arkansas veterans. I know you mentioned you could only stay for a while today, but I do appreciate every moment that everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by to say hello or drop a thumbs up. We're at 71 now, so thank you everybody for those as well. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody is always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Glorious Platters in the house as well. Good to see you here. She has delicious looking content on her channel, of course. And Odom's Homestead is here to bring us some garden updates on their channel more than anything else. And we see they're approaching 1,200 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Prentice from Odom's Homestead. So forgive me for not already knowing that, but I'm glad you put that there so that I can catch that and hopefully carry on when I talk about your channel. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels a little bit better, right? And the stories hopefully get a little bit better as well. And then over weeks and months, I watch content as much as possible and hang out in live streams and things like that and get to know the content. And then if you'd like to connect on the outside social networks, I always enjoy getting to know creators in that way as well. And anybody's free to reach out at any time. I'm always on Instagram, I'm on Facebook a lot of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. And then Odom's Homestead is posting somewhat frequently. When we look at their videos, we see they've got a brand new one just from a few days ago. Now, forgive me, what I'm going to do is take one of the videos. I think I shared this out but haven't watched it yet. I'm going to take this video from last week because it's longer than the latest two. I just want to give you those extra couple of watch minutes, right? And I'll put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist that was named by our dear friend Ghostly Wins there. And we'll look at the shorts videos as well. And we see that these are starting to hit 1,000 views, which is great. That will likely continue. And then live streams are something that's been happening once a week, it looks like, which is great. Hopefully I'll catch you for the next one. Get it off your chest Thursday is a theme that they've got going on here. So hopefully we'll catch them in a few days for that as well. And Odom's Homestead, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, of course. And now it's time to spin the wheel again. So hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if I've missed something that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow if you can. And that will help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. But I see Come Hither with Heather is up right now. They're here from Australia as well. And they bring us paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations. Little Ridge Farm, I see you in the chat. Thank you for coming in, Mark. And Come Hither with Heather's actually posted a few videos. I see I'm falling behind. I'm just going to grab your latest one, put this into my catch-up list. We see that they're officially on the road to 1K and almost halfway there at 948. We say you're officially on the road when you hit a 100 milestone before, let's say, 10,000 subscribers, right? And so Come Hither with Heather is officially on the road to 1K. I'm hoping we could get them a little bit farther. They do, most often, like I said, paranormal investigations. Pardon me, and explorations of abandoned locations on their channel. They do a little bit more variety, including shoutouts for other channels, and I've actually joined them on their channel for a live stream once as well when they were advocating for Scratch and PPA's watch hours well over a year ago. Shorts videos are something that is starting to pop into the 2,000 views and beyond, and there is a possibility I might even be able to meet up with them. They're expecting to come and visit my area of Niagara Falls, Canada later this summer. If that's the case, then we'll get a couple of collaborations going on there as well. I've been lucky enough to have been out on a couple of paranormal investigations. There's areas around here for that as well. Now, we look at the live streams. We see that they do these frequently, usually a couple times a week or at least once a week. When we get back to their homepage, we're going to look at another channel here called Werner's Adventures. These two creators are partners, and they're often found on each other's channels. But what we find from Werner's Adventures are more explorations of abandoned locations. So I'm going to take their latest video and put that into my catch-up list as well. We see that they also do live streams, and here's a lot of collaborating between the two creators, as you'd expect. They're working on 2,900 subscribers right now, and I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. So we'll spin the wheel, we'll get another channel ready to go, and if anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Has to buy me a piece of cake, or hopefully by then I'll be on the carrot sticks and celery diet by then. No more cake. One of these days I gotta start eating a little bit healthier. I had no choice but to eat a little bit less for a little while. I think I gained 10 pounds over the winter, and I lost it all in about a month to a month and a half while I was, let's say, not 100% feeling, and so I'm back to square one. And I should be happy about it, but at some point I got to start taking care of a bit of that as well. But it will be a celebration if we can collaborate, so we'll see. AceFlaw1 is up here right now. This is Andy. This is another creator who's been connected to me for well over 3 years, probably 3.5, as a matter of fact, since before Tuberchat was even a thought. He was supporting on my original channel through the Playlist Buddies experiments that we were doing before we even started Superchat. And it's wonderful to know you can see the future now in what the stories that we tell from Superchat here, that there are generous creators willing to support you literally years into your YouTube journey if you could just meet them. And that's what we're here for, is for all of the generous creators to meet each other, of course, right? Dude Classic, good to see you here. Another longtime friend. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, Susan, is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right away because they happen to be a member. And we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So when we talk about Andy's content, more than anything else, he brings us travel videos. They're more occasional than anything else these days, but this creator's approaching 4,200 subscribers, and Andy's with us still to this day as often as he can be. Lately, it's been just about every single stream, too. If you can imagine, after 570 episodes of Tuberchat, Andy's still coming around as often as he can to support other creators and bring new content for us as well. He's got some shorts videos. These have gotten now into over 1,000 views, so that will likely continue. Sister Winnie, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Another incredibly supportive creator. I see them out supporting others all the time as well. And Corinne's Life, who's here as a member and a moderator, managed to snipe our stream boss position there. I wasn't watching. And what I'm talking about is the video game life meter that you see under my camera here. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock them out takes over and gets some extra exposure for a little while. That will be Corinne's Life again. She's done that countless times. So thank you for the Super Chat. I really do appreciate that, of course. She's done that a million times. And Coffee Walks and whatever still in the house. Thank you for being here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And Corinne's Life is working on 2,200 subscribers. This is a channel that encompasses truly everything that is Corinne's Life. She gives us a wonderful behind-the-scenes look into her life, home life, travel life. There's cooking videos, lots of hauls, product reviews, unboxing videos, and a lot of live streaming. Some of that includes StreamYard panels, and I was talking about one of these the other day. She was on, Red Hot Reactions is it? I knew. See, if I said earlier, if I stop thinking about it for a second, I'm going to remember the name of the channel. I can't believe after all this time, I had a brain fart there, I guess. Steve's channel, Red Hot Reactions, was on here with Moz6510 Models and Rock Chick Beauty the other day. Thank you, Little Ridge Farm, for another Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. Mark behind Little Ridge Farm has done that countless times, but we'll look at his channel next because of that. You'll notice that Bautissimo, because he dropped a Super Chat, also dropped a link to his channel as well. That always happens also. But thank you for that. And when we look at Corinne's Life, we see that they also happen to be a small business owner. And what they'll do is give us a behind-the-scenes look at what they make, which is merchandise for other channels or businesses, including the mug that I hold in my hand right now. They print everything from shirts to hats to mugs like this to vinyl stickers, Christmas ornaments, just about anything that can be printed. So it's interesting that we get to see how the merchandise is made, but also use this creator as a resource when it's time to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses as well. 3 years on YouTube was the celebration stream yesterday also. Was it yesterday? I feel like it was the night. It had to be the night before. It's Thursday night. We're in the Eastern time zone, or I am. Corinne's life is an hour ahead of me in Nova Scotia, Canada. Herman the Great, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Little Ridge Farm is coming up next. So thank you, Corinne's life, for that super chat. Like I said, she took over as our stream boss. And Little Ridge Farm is coming up right now. He comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. Little Ridge Farm has an interesting story going on. So first of all, they bring us typical homesteading activities and maybe the idea of tiny home living. But Little Ridge Farm actually had their entire home burned down this year, if you can imagine. And they lately have been talking about the rebuilding and recouping after such a disaster. We can only imagine what that must feel like. But Mark shared the journey with us, and he's been a friend a long, long time. We see him actually generously sharing content on a lot of other channels, a lot of StreamYard panels and things like that. But he also does a lot of streaming as well, sometimes on his own. He's got a lot of videos with his daughter on the channel as well. It's wonderful to see that family togetherness and the positivity. When I talk about Little Ridge Farm and Mark, the creator behind the channel, I talk about not just tenacity, but perseverance. And the reason why is because this creator, during all of this time, continues to encourage and support others. And I literally caught them in a live stream when sometimes you walk into a live stream, it's already running, saying, well, things could have been worse. There's a lot of people in the world who have it worse than I do. And I don't know how common it is to hear that from somebody who's literally just had their house burned down. So I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it speaks volumes about the character of the creator behind the channel. You see the generosity here in a typical way and over the top, certainly. And then Little Ridge Farm's also got some shorts videos as well, where they're sharing their journey with us. These are getting over a couple thousand views now, which is great. He posts frequently. I'm going to take the second last video. I caught him for the last live stream, I think, right? This one here. I didn't catch you for the mail call. But the videos, I'm going to take the second last one because this one is a little bit longer and you'll get a couple of watch minutes out of this than the latest one. And Little Ridge Farm is here with us frequently as well. So thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch has just done the same thing. Susan has also done that countless times. So thank you. And again, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Now, we do put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And I'll start spinning again shortly. And after another little while, I will start adding some names to our wheel from our chat list. We still got a long way to go. We're not even halfway through the stream today. We expect to have been here for 3 hours. Kristen Welton has a premiere right after Tuber Chat, so we can continue meeting friends and family members when we're over there. And the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is up right now. So this is Susan's channel, and almost at 960 subscribers. They are going to have their 1,000 very, very soon. We were talking about watch hours the other day. I think they said, forgive me for being wrong, I think they said 1350, but I could be way off on that. But they're working on watch hours. They'll likely be willing to swap playlists. So if anybody would like to do that with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And thank you, the Stock Explorer. Yeah, Nora knows very well. I went through a bunch of, I don't know if it was allergies and everything else for many weeks there. We're actually off Tuber Chat for almost 2 weeks just because of my voice, not actually even being sick very much at all. And it's so frustrating. The voice is back to about 99%. Kristen Welton, yes. The voice is back to about 99%. I'm still coughing and clearing my throat a little bit and this and that, but I'm doing all the things you have to do, right? You know, drinking like hot stuff like tea and coffee, and I don't want to admit hot chocolate, but I do that too. And then having ice cream every day. That's the one bonus about being sick, right? Is I run right to the store and grab ice cream instantly. But you know, switching between the hot and the cold, orange juice every day, apple juice every day, vitamins, supplements, all kinds of stuff to try to stay on top. Chicken soup, more than I've ever had in my life. And it looks like we're just about back there. But thank you for that. Dude Classic is working on watch hours as well. They'll likely be willing to swap playlists also. Now, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch comes to us from the homesteading community of channels, and I group a lot of different categories in there. So homesteading, ranching, farming, gardening, almost anything outdoors, bushcraft, camping, fishing, hiking, prepping. And the reason why is because we see similar traits in the personalities of the creators running these channels. What I'm talking about is an instinct in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other. Susan certainly falls into that category as a very encouraging and motivating creator. She's got quite a community built up, and she brings an opportunity for us to discuss a lot of different things, not just in the homesteading community, but also newsworthy content, especially during the live streams. I've really enjoyed the last few times, especially that I've caught her for live streams. Now, she's got a premiere coming up in a few days. I got a notification on for that. I can see I've missed your last couple of videos, but I'm going to take the latest friend mail video and put that in my catch-up list here. September is going to be that must be a collaboration. And she might have mentioned that the other day. And then shorts videos on the channel. There's Susan right there. But some of these are starting to get close to 1,000 views. That will likely continue. The streams are something that happens frequently. And this is a lot of engaging conversation because we talk about newsworthy content here. She'll also do devotionals. She will inspire us in a spiritual way. She'll bring up StreamYard panelists, introduce us to different interesting creators, and often even have music on the channel. Some of you already know Alfonso will join the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch and bring us some more positivity in that way as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. We'd love to push her towards that 1,000 subscribers that she's thinking about, but again, watch hours are something that she's working on. The live streams help, right? You know, for anybody that doesn't want to live stream, I certainly never want to push anybody. I know a lot of us wish we could motivate each other or motivate anybody who hasn't yet live streamed to think about doing it. One way that you can feel possibly a little more comfortable, we hear from a lot of people, is by joining other creators on their StreamYard panels and getting used to being on the camera and conversating with everybody in that way before you even live stream yourself. And there's a lot of creators now using the StreamYard system that lets you simulcast to different channels as well. Lots of creators will be willing to have StreamYard panels and give each other encouragement in that way. But when you get to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, you'll find encouragement, motivation, and inspiration from her as well. So thank you again, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, for another super chat. She's done that countless times, and I certainly do appreciate it. And I look forward to the next time I can catch them, especially for a live stream. They tend to do that at least once a week. All that fluff and stuff comes to us from Australia. And this creator brings us a lot of water-based activities more than anything else. They've done a lot of produced content lately, actually, and gotten into some cooking videos and a lot of live streaming as well. But they bring us mud crabbing, reef fishing, snorkeling. They bring us out on a boat. And sometimes that's live streams as well as videos. They've got a lot of shorts. One of the hints that they gave us a long time ago was the idea of using shorts videos to promote long-form content, and even I've taken inspiration from them. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day, and I'm always happy for us to discuss ideas here or things we've noticed or enjoyed in our YouTube journeys that can help others. Ideas, motivation, and inspiration. Sometimes we can just literally take each other's ideas, and then sometimes we can use them to come up with new ideas and report, you know, the findings to each other so that we can all make better decisions, help each other avoid mistakes, like a lot of our homesteading friends do in their content as well. Now, all that fluff and stuff's got some shorts videos here getting into the thousands of views. One of them over 14 and one of them over 16,000, which is really cool. That will likely continue. They've been doing a lot of live streaming as well, and hopefully I'll catch you for one of these shortly. It seems to be about once a week that they're streaming, and then videos are something that they put out frequently as well. Like I said, they've been doing more produced content lately, which is really cool also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're over 3,200 subscribers now. All that fluff and stuff from Australia in the Whit Sundays has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. I'm thinking 2.5 years now. Something like that. Somewhere around there, right? Let's spin the wheel. And again, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody is always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So again, I'm taking breaks a little more frequently today just because the voice is at 99%, not quite 100, and I want to make sure after another hour and a half today, we're going to get through another 3 hours tomorrow much earlier, so we will do that. So we'll go for 3 minutes, we'll come back, and then we're going to talk about Canadian family life. All right, we are back and looking at Canadian family life. This is Tiffany that you see in the avatar here. She's doing a lot of haul videos. She's going to talk to us about saving some money. But Canadian family life brings a lot of variety. Some delicious looking content, as we can see. Some homesteading type activities as well, which is really cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. We've got a lot of friends bringing a lot of education to each other as well. And Canadian family life is somebody who, first of all, seems to be here every day since finding us, but as well, and so much so that actually the other day I was being silly because I thought they'd been with us a lot longer. I really did in the moment think that it had been months already. And that's just because Canadian family life has been supporting so much and to so many other creators as well. Because every day that I'm out supporting other creators, which is every day that I can be, I run into them either on StreamYard panels or in chats supporting others, which is great to see. The truth is, we can all only do as much as we can do, but as long as everybody is doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. We see channels growing, hitting different milestones of different types all the time. So it's great to see Canadian family life coming into the Tuber Chat community and instantly recognizing them out supporting other channels all the time as well. So they're working on 1,200 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I'm just looking at the shorts videos. We see that these have started to get over 1,000 views, which is great. So that will likely continue as well. Live streaming is something that's happening frequently because they're doing a lot of these panels. You'll see a lot of familiar faces on those as well. And they hop in with other people on their channels as well, which is cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Canadian family life. And Bella's birthday cake, interesting. So they're making a birthday cake there, and it's interesting to see that. Hopefully I'll catch you for another live stream. It's been a few days, and when we look at their homepage, they just put a video out actually today, and I've got that in my catch-up list so that I can keep caught up with them. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Phasio to Phase King is coming up right now. This creator brings us a lot of gameplay. They've been a longtime friend as well. They've got a membership right now, and so therefore we put them on the wheel right away as soon as we see them in the chat, which has been from pretty much the beginning of the stream today. Got their latest video on my catch-up list as well. Most of their videos are quite short, but they're also doing some shorts videos. We see that these have gotten into the thousands of views, which is cool to see. That will likely continue. And then when we look at their live streams, they bring a lot of video gameplay, and they mix up the different video games here as well. Actually, I'm going to take one of your latest videos here, live stream replay, and put that in my catch-up list because it's only 15 minutes, and I'll get you a couple of watch minutes there as well. Holly's Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to start moving a little bit faster through channels because we're in the second half of the live stream. We can stay up to another almost hour and a half if everybody would like. And Kristen Walton has a premiere right after Tuber Chat as well, so that we can continue meeting friends and family members while we're in that live chat also. So Backlash Fisherman is coming up right now, and this is an incredibly supportive creator. I'm not sure if I said hello and a Coastal Water. I saw Coastal Water come in. I know I gave a wave in the chat, but these two creators are very much connected, and I'll tell you why. Because they're a husband and wife combo with separate channels, but they support each other wholeheartedly. So much you see them on each other's channels all the time. Now, Backlash Fisherman is a first responder, and on this channel, he brings us fishing first. As you can see, lots of shorts videos. These have started to get into the thousands of views, as we see. He does a lot of live streaming. He's got Hobby Hangout, where he brings up other familiar faces as well, which is cool, StreamYard panels. And then he also does a lot of ride-along live streams as well. And this is where I've caught them probably more than anything else, is on these ride-along live streams. The reason why I put a lot of focus on that is because when we look then at Coastal Waters channel, and let me pull it up. we see that this husband and wife combo are bringing a little bit of similar content because she does a lot of ride-along live streams as well. She calls these car confessions. Look at that. There's Backlash Fisherman right there. But these two creators are often found together. There's Coastal Water, of course, and then she might do a StreamYard panel type video as well occasionally. Now, she also brings us, I've caught her in the kitchen more times than anything else. She's got a bit of variety on the channel, but some more delicious looking content on the channel, as you can see when you get through some of these videos. I'm just going to take the latest unboxing video because she's been doing a couple of unboxings lately. Thank you for this.
You're welcome. It's hot.
Yeah. And then with the unboxing videos, that might be a new, almost like a series that she might be doing. I expect a lot more of those. 333 subscribers right now, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. When we look at the shorts, we see that she's gotten into thousands of views here as well, and then the live streams happen every few days. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to both of these incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. They've also got a third channel called Between a Shore and a Mountain. That's a family channel. We'll see if they're going to post some more content on that soon, but that's Backlash Fisherman and Coastal Water together, a husband and wife combo. Pardon me, Bushido Blade Warrior, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. We're almost at 80. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. The J. Jordan is up right now, but I also see Growing What I Eat coming in, and that creator has got a membership, so I'm going to add them onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And in another probably half hour-ish or so, I will start adding some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So the J. Jordan brings a lot of different variety on their channel. Fitness is something you're going to find just about every single day. In shorts videos, look at how some of these are performing. They've gotten into over 20,000 views, many over 10,000, and that will likely continue as well. The J. Jordan's constantly working out, both in live streams and in videos. Lots of different variety here. He might be outdoors, taking us bowling, going for a motorcycle ride, doing some fitness, making music, hopping in on other people's StreamYard panels. The J. Jordan seems to be on all the time. If he's not on his channel, he's on somebody else's channel, constantly sharing in a generous way content with others. And then we see a brand new video today. Some more jump rope, more fitness from this creator. I'm just going to take the latest video, I'll put that in my catch-up list. It's impossible to keep up with the J. Jordan, but you see that this channel is on a rapid growth rate as well, if that makes sense. They're working on 2,800 subscribers already. The J. Jordan will literally tell you on their channel that the whole purpose is for them to promote others, and they certainly do that. So I hope everybody will connect with them and get some of that support coming back for yourself as well. Pardon me, Yellow Shirt Dad is coming up right now. This is a creator that came into the Tuber Chat family with a monster impact right away. Lots of people have pleasant things to say about Yellow Shirt Dad. You saw a thumbnail there because they're getting involved in a lot of StreamYard panels as well. I've seen them on other people's channels. I got some shorts videos, and these have started getting to the several thousand views, over 7,300, which is cool. And then videos are something that they post almost daily, every other day, almost every day. They bring us the joke of the day. Now, these videos tend to be quite short, but if you go back through the channel to some of their earlier videos, you're going to start to find some long-form content where they start to get into things that are more like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, where they're taking us outdoors or for a look around. There's Pinball Museum. I still haven't watched that. I'm going to put that in my watch list, catch-up list for now. I just want to see that. I love video games and pinball machines and stuff like that as much as anybody. That's where all my money that I used to make in grade school. I started working at a young age. My parents would give me chores and stuff and allowance and this and that, but I was 11 or 12 years old. I started right away cutting lawns for people, shoveling snow for people. You know, anybody that would pay me $5, I'd do these different odd things, and I started getting part-time jobs and stuff. And it all went to the arcade and the pinball machines and things like that, and candy of course. But Yellow Shirt Dad will give us an interesting look around and stories to be told, but I know everybody's enjoying the jokes of the day, so hopefully you'll connect with this creator and see what I mean. Yellow Shirt Dad is working on 1,200 subscribers right now. Cake No Eat Meat Day with cherry on top and more is Danforth Avenue Wellness, a long time friend. Thank you for being here. They have been a long time friend. They've changed their name multiple times, but we've known them as an incredibly loyal and dedicated supporter. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And like I said, we've still got a long way to go. We can stay up to another more than an hour if we'd like to. Kristen Welton will have a premiere for us. Foxy's Friends is coming up right now, and we'll see what they've got going on. This is a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. Foxy's Friend is a channel designed to memorialize the star of the show here, who is Foxy Mama, and you recognize them from all of the thumbnails, of course. So they got a lot of videos. Hopefully we'll see some more content from the channel. They keep coming up with new things. Shorts videos are something they post frequently as well, and these have started to get up to a couple thousand views, which is cool. The story about Foxy Mama and this channel are all found on the About page, so hopefully everybody will check that out. And this creator is now getting close to 500 subscribers. They're incredibly supportive. I see them here in Tuber Chat every single day. They're out in other live streams and premiere chats. I run into them constantly supporting others, and I wish for you to get some of that support coming back to you as well after you connect with them. So I hope everybody will enjoy connecting to Foxy's Friends, and they always engage conversation as well. Right now, if anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Deborah's Journey is up right now. I just spun the wheel. And I'm just going to clean up the wheel a little bit here. We saw Corinne's life because she dropped a super chat earlier, and I think we're set now. Pardon me just for a quick second. I'm not going to turn the camera off this time. I'm just yelling through the house because Kristen's got a premiere coming up after Tuber Chat. Sometimes we're here for 3 hours, but if it's going to be a little bit less than that, she'll move the time so that we can aim and then connect with other people during her premiere live chat after Tuber Chat. And then thank you, Mona Did What. Deborah's Journey's up here right now. They're going to help us with our finances, budgeting, cash stuffing, grocery hauls. And if you haven't already seen cash stuffing challenges, I first learned about these things on YouTube. There's lots of different ways to have this done, but I'm very grateful because now we have a good number of financial channels that want to help us both with budgeting, saving money, and investing, which is really cool because wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of, first of all, the income we already have, and then whatever income we're going to build either through our YouTube channels or businesses or investments and other things as well. Deborah's Journey is going to help us with this. Now, I'm going to take the latest cash stuffing challenge video and put this into my catch-up list, but they're going to talk to us about different ways to save money as well. And this is another channel. I talk about this with Just Jason Keto when I talk about healthy eating and healthy living, because I think almost everybody, and I literally mean the 99.9% of everybody on the planet, can probably live a little healthier, probably eat a little bit healthier. Even if you're a health fanatic, let's just say, there's always room always room for new knowledge, always room for improvement. And the same goes with finance. Finance is something I don't believe we have enough education for in the traditional systems that bring us through grade school and secondary school and things like that. It's wonderful that we've got creators that are building YouTube channels like Deborah's Journey to bring us real practical advice. And when I talk about the idea of healthy eating, healthy living, finance, these are things I think we can all use more information from constantly. And again, the idea is that we can maximize the impact of the income that we either already have or are going to continue to earn or improve on. And then you never know who's going to strike the right chord. We might hear the same information, the same advice, the same tips and tricks over and over and over again from different people in different voices, but you just never know who's going to point something out in a way that you haven't quite seen before, where you say, hey, you know what, this is actually something I think I want to do. And it's wonderful to have this positivity. So Deborah's Journey is going to help us with that. I'm just going to look at their shorts videos as well and see that these are getting into the thousands of views, which is great to see. And then their videos are coming out every few days. So lots of financial information here and motivation for us. Pardon me. My dear goodness. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Thank you, Granny Filming, again for the share. I certainly do appreciate that. Keto Mama Michelle is in the house as well. Good to see you here. You know, we've had, I think Ron's Keto Cafe was here. Just Jason Keto's in the house. It's wonderful that we have these channels that are going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living as well. I won't go to a gym. I mean, I don't go to the gym anyway, but let's be honest. But when I have gone to the gym, I won't go if I'm sick, right? At all. If I'm sneezing, coughing, runny nose, anything. Because you don't want to give this to other people, you know, and whatever. And I know that it gets done, and you have to be careful there and wash your hands a million times and this and that. But I'm hoping that now, for the third time this year, I can start getting back into that after the weekend, now that I'm back to 99 or soon 100%. But it's wonderful that we've got these creators that are helping us with healthy eating to go along with the hopefully fitness but healthy living as well. And Just Jason Keto and Ron's Keto Cafe and Keto Mama Michelle are going to help us with that, among other channels as well. Pardon me, Joyful Julie is in the house. The gaming family is here. Pardon me, Kristen just brought me a tea, so I should be able to keep the voice going for another little while. We've still got lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. We're not in any rush or anything like that, and Kristen's got a premiere for us to watch after Tuber Chat, so we can continue connecting there as well. The gaming family is going to bring us more video gameplay. I'll look at the shorts because they're front and center on the channel. We see that these have gotten into over 1,000 views now, so hopefully that will continue. I'm sure that it will. And then they're bringing us a lot of different live streaming with popular games as well. Apex Legends, of course, and Fortnite. It's almost impossible not to have heard that name, I'm sure. And they'll likely mix that up continuing on also. And then videos, we'll see if they're going to come out with some new content there. The gaming family's with us almost every day. And they got 582 subscribers now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 we know that they're thinking about. She Stole My Thunder still in the house as well. Fellow Canadian. Another extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We looked at their channel earlier, and Mama 4 Boys is coming up right now. This is an interesting channel because they're bringing us delicious-looking content more than anything else. A lot of recipes showing us meals that are made in the home. And one of the things I really enjoy about cooking videos and cooking channels here on YouTube is that we're getting a real-world look at what people are making in their homes, for themselves, for their families, for their friends. You know, and it's very different. Obviously, you don't need me to tell you this, but I'm just saying, obviously we see it's very different than a television show because we're not talking about $50,000 ranges and unlimited pantries and things like that. So we get a real look at what people actually make and what people actually eat, which is cool. A lot of delicious looking content on this channel. Some of it you'll find, recognizable. I find a lot of it to be traditional. A lot of these meals on this particular channel hit home for me. Remind me of things that I would eat, regularly or growing up and things like that. My parents always did a great job when I was growing up. Dinner on the table, 6 o'clock every day, full meals, meat, vegetables, things like that. And I was lucky in that way. But some of it, I remember like here, not, I can cook, but, only to save my life. Kristen does the 99% of the cooking or more in our household, and she does a spectacular job. But I can just put, chicken, meat, or beef in an oven for 45 minutes, and that's about as exciting as it gets. But here we're going to find traditional things like mac and cheese. We got some pizza here. A St. Patrick's Day meal was something from a couple of months ago there, and then lots of other ideas, including what they might do here on this channel is take something that we might find pre-made in a grocery store frozen food section, but they show us how to make it from scratch at home ourselves. And I think everybody will agree that homemade is always better than anything that we're going to find pre-made or frozen and things like that in almost every case. Pardon me. So Mom of Four Boys also happens to be incredibly supportive. They're with us just about every single day. I think every stream actually, and I run into them constantly supporting other creators. Mom of Four Boys now has over 1,300 subscribers, and their shorts videos are starting to approach 2,000 views. Hopefully that will continue. Live streams are something they might continue. They did a few of these with that StreamYard system with a few other creators, and we'll see if those are going to continue as well. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Mona Did What is coming up. They're going to bring us a lot of crafting, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. In another few minutes I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list, and that goes based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So that's just a hint for everybody to get onto the wheel a little bit faster, both today and next time as well. Pardon me just for a second, and then we're going to talk about Mona Did What. And over 1,000 subscribers now, working on 1,100. Lots of live streams coming up. I'm going to set notifications for every single one. What we're recommending and have been for a long, long time is to set notifications for everything that you see, whether they're premieres or live streams, regardless of the start times and things like that, because it sends a engagement signal of interest into the algorithm. So I set them for everything, as you can see. For live streams that they've got coming up, they're doing these frequently, and sometimes StreamYard panels, as you can see. The About page is going to give you an idea of the quilting and bag making sewing fun that we can find on the channel. When we talk about quilting, Mona Did What as well is going to show us some of the ins and outs, trials, tribulations, successes, failures, how to fix mistakes. And I think we all, even if you've not seen it done yet, can imagine how much work has to go in to making literally a quilt, right? And Mona Did What is going to share that with us. Now, I'm just going to look at their videos for a second here. I'm going to take your second latest video because it's longer, and I'll get you some more watch minutes there. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, which is a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, thank you for coming in. They happen to be a member, so I've got them on the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I'll spin. We'll get another channel ready to go. Wayne's World Unlimited is in the house as well, and VS Speaks Royally is coming up now. We talked about this channel briefly earlier because they've had a big year. I don't think we looked at the channel today, did we? Or am I mistaken? Maybe we did look at it. Or did I just talk about it? Maybe we didn't look at it. VS Speaks Royally is here every day, so sometimes I'll blend one day into another, if that makes any sense. And I just want to double check. I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. But VS Speaks Royally has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. pardon me, they happen to be a member, and what they do on their channel more than anything else is talk about the royal family. They've had a big year. There have been, there's always news with the royal family as it is, but now with a new king that's been crowned and the other stories that come along, especially in the last 8 months or so, they've got a lot of activity and are on a rapid growth spurt on the channel as well. Via Speaks Royally always engages true conversation everywhere they go, and they lead conversation on their channel very well. If you join them for their live streams, which we'll look at in a minute, you'll see true engaged conversation. Now, Via Speaks Royally has some shorts videos that have gotten into the thousands of views, one of them over 7,100 views. And when you catch them for their live streams, this is where this channel really shines with the engaged conversation, because they talk about all the different news that comes through with the royal family. They do a bit more variety on the channel as well. You'll find that in shorts and videos, but the live streams are almost all dedicated to royal family conversation. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And I say of channels over 3,000 that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Growing What I Eat, we're going to talk about. I'm going to take a break just for 3 minutes, and then I'll start adding some names to our wheel from our chat list. All right, we're back and looking at growing what I eat, but I have filled up the wheel with a lot of the channels I know have been here for a long time. So Together We Travel and Amy and Family are both on the wheel with Coffee Walks and Whatever and Destination Fun, as well as Granny Filming Again, Joyful Julie, and Keto Mama Michelle. So we'll spin in another moment. Growing What I Eat is bringing us a lot of shorts videos. Let's see what they got going on. For views, these are starting to approach 2,000 views and beyond, which is great. That will likely continue. Live streams are something that they might pick back up. They were doing these a few weeks ago. And then when we look at videos, we see garden updates and more tips and tricks from Growing What I Eat as well. Hopefully everybody will enjoy the different variety that you find on this channel. Again, from the homesteading community of channels where I group in ranching, farming, and gardening. So they want to bring us different fruit trees, vegetables, citrus trees, berries, varieties of pollinating flowers, and then more homesteading activities as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Growing What I Eat's been a long-time friend with 316 subscribers. Definitely a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So I'm hoping we can push them towards the 400. We know that they're thinking about. They're here with us frequently. I run into them supporting other creators all the time as well. Pardon me, and then we're looking next at Destination Fun. I'm going to show you the live stream I was complaining about earlier because they were making me fully jealous. It was a great idea. I hope they can do more of those. You'll have to see how the views do and how the interaction is to see whether, that's a good idea. But Destination Fun went out and did a live stream today where they were watching a cruise ship depart. Which was kind of cool, and start their voyage, and they were doing that from the port. But like you almost feel like you want to wave bye. I wish I was there. I was lucky to catch that, and they've always got vibrant conversation. Destination Fun is another creator who's here with us every day, and I see them out supporting other creators. I see them on lots of StreamYard panels. They're going to bring us a lot of travel talk as well as cruising and other interesting ideas for travel destination type content as well, if that makes sense. Shorts videos have gotten into the thousands of views, and you can see a lot of variety in that here, as well as video. So I'm just going to take their latest. I didn't realize that was, I'm not sure if I realized that before, Hot Bins, an Amazon return store. So many auction websites and things like that have these Amazon returns, and I got a little bit of experience with that. One of the guys I work with has eBay store and sells some stuff on Amazon, and it's usually auction stuff. So what we do is we find things in auctions and buy huge lots of things and then break them all up and sell them individually. But this is kind of cool as a store because, a lot of times people just take things off a shelf, and I guess, different companies like even Walmart and Target and them must have deals with a lot of suppliers to say, like, look, if something gets misplaced or thrown around and stuff like that, we're just going to sell it in a different way. And it seems to be kind of cool. So great deals to be found. But I'll be interested to see what you have to say there. So Destination Fun bringing us a little bit more variety in their content as well. Lori's Tech Time is in the house. A long time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's got a couple of channels actually. And forgive me, Wayne's World Unlimited dropped a super chat while we were on break there. So Wayne's World Unlimited is coming up right now because we always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Wayne's World Unlimited dropped a super chat, so we've got them up here right now. And pardon me. Wayne's World Unlimited is bringing a lot of variety. Sometimes they'll take us outdoors for a look around as well. I'm just going to see their shorts videos before anything else. We see that these have gotten into the thousands of views. One of them got over 210,000, which is just spectacular to see. So I hope that continues for you as well. I hope you get a couple of winners like that. I'm just going to grab one of their Trek outtakes videos. This will be interesting to see. I laugh just because of the name. I can expect there's going to be comedy there. Trek Adventures. So this is obviously a video that they made some outtakes there in the latest video. And that's really cool when you can use up some more content that you might have otherwise might have passed by. Wayne's World Unlimited now is approaching 400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit further towards that milestone. And they're here with us frequently as well. And I see them out supporting other creators also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that support coming back to you after you connect with them. Pardon me. Now we're alternating. I don't think Corinne's Life is still here, but she actually printed both of the mugs. This is the 2021 version. This is the 2022 version. And I've usually got two of them going. So one was something cold with ice in it, and the other one was something hot. Kristen just gave me a chamomile tea, which is something I don't typically have, but just anything to keep the variety going there. Let's spin the wheel, and if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. The next channel that we're going to look at, I think, is here for the first time today, Amy and Family. And there they are. I'm just going to make sure I'm double checking their avatar to get the right channel. It's this second one here. Yes. Let me just double check and make sure that I'm not getting the wrong channel. Amy and Family is a popular name. So here we go. Yes, Amy and Family is here for the first time. Growing What I Eat dropped a super chat. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We just looked at that channel, but I appreciate that extra super chat. And Amy and Family, we don't watch videos here or subscribe while we live stream. But what I'm going to do is take your latest video, pardon me, I've taken your latest video, I've added that into my watch later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, I'll watch your video in full, I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And it looks like it's going to be Keto Mama Michelle. So I talked about these creators just in the smallest way already. Just Jason Keto still has yet to come up. I'm not sure if Ron's Keto Cafe is still with us or not. Keto Mama Michelle and Just Jason Keto are going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. And the idea, of course, is that keto can be considered a diet or otherwise maybe a lifestyle, right? And the idea is I'm still learning. Low carb is a big part of it. Low carb to almost no carb, it seems. But these creators are going to help us understand how we can make some interesting tasting dishes, meals, and snacks so that we can follow the keto-based idea of a diet or a lifestyle. And it's wonderful that we have a handful of channels now that are helping us with this particular way of thinking about eating and thinking about food, because I know that the idea of keto has been popular for a long time. I did once in my life, it's getting on like 15, almost 20 years ago, but I did go on a diet one time, and I was very serious. It really was a diet, but I still cheated all the time, and it really wasn't that difficult. And my friend was following the keto ideas, whereas I was just doing what he said. Because it's easier sometimes to do things when you've got somebody to talk to about it, right? Like whether you want to call it a friend or an acquaintance or anything like that. But, you know, when you can make it a hobby and have it to talk about every day, like, what'd you eat, and what'd you find interesting, and have you got ideas, and then somebody to be accountable to as well can help, because I can tell you, even from myself, from experience, that sometimes is the deciding factor in whether to cheat or not, when in the middle of, let's say, a diet, right? You're looking at the chocolate bars or candy bars or potato chips and stuff like that, and you're thinking like, oh, okay, I would normally grab this right now, but I'm going to have to tell my friend, if I'm going to be honest, that I ate this, so I'd rather not hear it, and I'm just not going to eat it, right? Anything that helps might be worth it, right? But Keto Mama Michelle is going to help us with some of this life, family, and healthy living, and they've got some shorts videos. Let's see how these are doing, because they've got a couple lately that they've been putting out. So these have started to get hundreds of views, and one of them's even popped over 1,300, which is great. That will likely continue. They post videos frequently. They just put out one today. I've got a notification on for the next one. I'm going to take the latest one that you put out, though, and I'm going to put that into my catch-up list, because it's got a few more minutes than the latest. They're at 425 subscribers right now, and we'd love to push them towards the 500. Part of me that they're thinking about, and then live streaming is something that they do frequently as well. It looks like these are coming out about once a week. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Keto Mama Michelle. She's here with us frequently, almost every day, as a matter of fact. Pardon me just for a second while I spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. I'm going to take just a quick second, and then we're going to look at Granny filming again. Oh, Wayne's World Unlimited is talking to us about backing up videos. So one thing that I don't talk about enough, but it is an idea, is backing up videos. One of these days I expect to maybe do a video and show you what I do, or what kind of things might be possible as ideas. There's a million different ways to get this done. In the simplest way, you can go into your YouTube studio, and every individual video or live stream, and probably shorts as well, I haven't checked, but I'm sure they can be downloaded as well. You click the three dots, there's all kinds of options, and you can download each video. It's only going to download it at 720p. So for those of you filming in 1080 or 4K and beyond, it's something to consider. But as an emergency, it can be a great way to get a really small file size, because we all know videos like just atrocious when it comes to file sizes. But backing up your videos is something that, if possible, is essential. There are a lot of free services out there, Microsoft, as well as Google Drive, as well as Dropbox, Box.net, other services, even Apple iCloud and things like that. There's a lot of free services that will give you a limited amount of space, and you can max those out if you need to. Somebody like me, I pay for Dropbox. I also pay for the first level of iCloud, but that's just because I'm on a Mac or whatever. But I keep those things loaded, and I share a lot of files with different people as well. Because I do videos for other people, Dropbox is something that I use, because they can upload their video footage. I can download it, produce the videos, and then give it back, and things like that. But it's a great tool for backing up. And then, of course, hard drives. I know they can be expensive. They've come down in price over the last many years. But if you're considerate about the file size, and you really learn about compressing your videos when you're exporting them, you can maximize the space on a hard drive to back everything up. The reason why I'm putting focus on this, Wayne's World Unlimited just mentioned it, but if you back up all of your videos, and God forbid some disaster happens and you lose your channel, or can't log in, or it gets hacked, or YouTube knocks it out and things like that, you can start again right away and have all of your content. The most heartbreaking story, we have a friend with a channel of over 115,000 subscribers, but all his content's gone because he didn't happen to keep it. Now, I'm a pack rat, and I've always been into computers and hard drives. I have lots of them and things like that. I'm very lucky that way, so I always back up everything, usually at least 2 copies. I go as far actually as having copies in different cities a certain distance away, so if a nuclear strike happened in Niagara Falls, my videos would still be available on the east side of Toronto. I know that's going a little bit far, but not to mention a third copy would be in the cloud, for instance. Now, we can talk about that in detail at some other point. Like I said, maybe I'll make a video, show you what I do so that you can take inspiration from that and give me some tips and tricks as well. But if possible, I know that hard drive space is sometimes hard to come by, especially if you're using a computer and don't have an external hard drive, but I do wish everybody would back up at least the most important content. Because if you lost your channel, I'll tell you this right now, 99% of people who say they're quitting YouTube are back 2 weeks later. It's everyone. It's almost everyone. And I don't wish for anybody, like disaster strikes, YouTube takes your channel or some other thing. You say, that's it, I've had it, I'm not doing this again, it's not worth it. 2 weeks later, you might be changing your mind and saying, yeah, now I want to do it again. And, I've helped creators do this. I've backed up entire channels for people and stuff like that. And it's just an idea. So forgive me. I know that's a long speech. I wasn't going to get into those today, but maybe it's a subject for another time as well. Pardon me for a second. I also heard that conversation come up actually in Corinne's live stream the other night with Red Hot Reactions, Mod6510 Models, and Rock Chick Beauty. And when they were talking about it, they were talking about hard drives. I think it was on hers, and they were talking about hard drives. But you can get now like a 2 terabyte or 4 terabyte hard drive, USB, for less than $100 US. It should be far less, as a matter of fact. And if you can get to one of these outlet stores, or maybe even that hot bins that Destination Fun is going to show us and things like that, you might be able to find things even less expensive, and that can be very, very helpful. But it's better than regret. You know what I mean? So that's an idea. Like I said, I'm lucky. I've been in computers long before I started YouTube, so I already had hard drives and things like that. But I definitely am a fan of backing up everything. Lisa J. Stocks, I've got you on the wheel. And, I see Wayne's World Unlimited is telling their story about losing a channel. Granny Filming again is up right now, and they've got 357 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. They've got some new videos, so I'm just going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with this creator. This is somebody I'm still getting to know, and when we look at their About page, we're going to get an idea about what they're going to bring: homemaking, cooking, grocery pickups, cleaning challenges, Q&As, and more. They might inspire us in a spiritual way as well. And they've got some shorts videos, so we'll see how these are doing. These have started to get into the thousands of views as well. Actually, they have been for a while, which is great, over 6,100. That will likely continue for them. Pardon me, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, we're now well over 90. If anybody can, I'll appreciate it, of course. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Songbits Laura is up right now. Red Devil, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Songbits Laura is up here right now, another creator who's with us just about every single day with 705 subscribers. Most of their videos tend to be short lately, but I'm going to take their latest IKEA video. Still one of my favorite days of the year is the IKEA catalog day. Always excited to see that thing. You could go on 24 hours a day to the website and find more than they'll ever be able to put in a catalog, and yet I'm still happy to get that thing in the mail. Pardon me while I try to pronounce this. Curmudgeon AK. Pardon me if that is... somebody said AK the other day, and forgive me. I'm just gonna... It's not Arkansas. Alaska, yes, of course, Alaska. Alaska and Hawaii, it says. And forgive me, because I'm in Canada, so I'm just not quite as well versed as most of our friends here. But it's good to see you in the house. You say in the live a time or two, our robot is welcoming you as if it might be the first time. There's other growth streams out there that are similar to TuberChat. There's actually hundreds of them, if not thousands, all run in a different way, and we all connect in different ways and things like that. There's no right or wrong way, let's say, but here in TuberChat we connect in a specific way. It's listed in our video description, but you're free to do that here. Alaska, so thank you for that. Kermage in Alaska. And then it's good to have you in the chat. Songbits Laura as well has got some shorts videos, so let's see how these are doing right now. They're getting into the thousands of views, one over 7,700 views, which is cool. Live streaming is something that they just did a few days ago. They seem to be doing this once a week or once every 2 weeks or so maybe those will continue. We'll see. And then Songbits Laura as well is going to talk about a place that they want to make where we can have friendly conversation, open to pretty much everyone, a safe space type of idea, but they will talk about crafting and then other ideas, whatever basically comes up. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when we get into their channel. And Songbits Laura is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And Together We Travel, it looks like, is going to be the next channel. And I'm just going to see something for a quick second here before I put them up. And forgive me for being mistaken. Yes, Together We Travel is going to be featured tomorrow on TuberChat. That's overdue. I probably expected to feature them a while back because Together We Travel is an incredibly loyal and dedicated supporter. But tomorrow, several hours earlier than today, we're going to do another TuberChat live stream. We're usually here at least 3 days a week, and we mix up the days and times, but tomorrow we'll feature them. And we feature a different channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I've seen within the community. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, so that you have the opportunity to literally meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. Today's featured channel is Hilda DC. We meant to feature her last week. I was under the weather and not able to stream just with my voice. I wasn't actually sick. But she had a birthday last week, so I hope everybody will connect with today's featured channel, Hilda DC. She is a beloved and dedicated moderator here, and I hope you'll visit her replay from last week or a few days ago and wish her a happy belated birthday. Together We Travel is somebody who's out supporting other creators all the time. I run into them just about every day in different live streams while they're supporting others. They have posted videos frequently. It looks like at least once a week. Hopefully that will continue, and I'll catch the next one. I've always got notification bells on for every channel. We all do that here. And then live streams are something that they might pick up at some point as well. But when we look at the shorts videos, we're going to get an idea that they've got a couple of just spectacular shots. I can't get over these wonderful looking thumbnails here. I know we can't pick the thumbnails right now, but these are really cool introductions, right? And these have gotten into the almost thousands of views now. One of them over 6,000, which is great. That will likely continue. So hopefully they'll bring us more of that. And of course, they're going to bring us travel and cruising content more than anything else. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. We'll get an even better look at Together We Travel tomorrow when we feature them. And Lisa J. Stocks is coming up right now. This is another financial channel that's going to help us with investing. They're going to introduce us to some terminology like dollar cost averaging and dividends when it comes to stocks, maybe even futures and things like that. When we look at Lisa J. Stocks, I'm really happy to have a few financial channels in the TuberChat family. The reason why is because I think there's not enough financial education out there that's basically forced on us, right? We go through school, we learn a lot of things we never use, but finance is something we all have to deal with, much like food, and I wish they'd put more focus on that. But we have creators building YouTube channels and communities to help us. Lisa J. Stocks is one of those. She's going to help us get the most out of our investments. I also believe that, more financial information is always better, because even if you are not, you could say today, I'm never investing in stocks, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's important, I believe, for everybody to learn as much as they can about these things, so that the decisions that you are making in other investments are that much better educated, if that makes sense. But Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us make sense of a lot of this. A 26-week saving challenge is what they're working on right now. They're going to help us save money and show us different investments so that we can maximize the impact of our savings, which is really cool. Lisa J. Stocks has been with us for a while. I think originally introduced to us from the Stock Explorer, and now they're working on 500 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're here with us just about every single day. When I hit their Shorts tab, we see that they're getting views into the hundreds, and one of them even over 1,600 views. Hopefully that will continue, and then live streams might be something that they'll pick up as well. We'll keep an eye on the channel for that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. FR Humphrey, I've got you on the wheel now. We'll spin and we'll see who's coming up next. She Stole My Thunder is working on 194,000 videos on Flickr now. That's not an exaggeration. She has 193,000 photos on Flickr. For those of you who haven't seen Flickr or don't know what on earth I'm talking about, on She Stole My Thunder's channel, up on the banner where you add your links, she's got a link to her Flickr account right there, and you can see what she does. Yarn Again is here with 453 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 500 they're thinking about. Forgive me for not being certain if the channel was renamed. I thought that. I could be mistaken. Yarn Again came from pardon me for not being able to quite grasp that right away. It's okay, I'll leave it to everybody to read this so you can get an idea on how the channel was named. And let's see if they say what they're intending on bringing us. The things that they make: unboxing videos, yarn related things, fiber shop, shows, farms, and more, so a bit of variety. And then let's see what they've got going on in the Shorts videos here. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels. It takes a little while, but once you've been on the screen, like 5 times, 10 times, the stories get better. I get familiar with the content over weeks and months, watching different videos. We can all only support each other as much as we can, but I try to do as much as I can like everybody else, and I enjoy getting to know creators behind channels as well. When we look at the Shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into over 1,400 views, which is great. That will likely continue, and they're posting somewhat frequently. It looks like a couple of times a week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. I'm going to take your second latest video just because it's a couple minutes longer than the latest one. Every minute matters when it comes to watch time, of course, and I've got that in my catch-up list. Pardon me just for a second. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We'll see who's coming up next. And it looks like it's going to be... I have to wait. That's a close one. But Just Jason Keto's got this. Now, Just Jason Keto's a fellow Canadian. And he's here every day as well, for which I'm unbelievably grateful. Because he's very encouraging to me and to us and to his own community. Just Jason Keto is going to talk to us about healthy eating and healthy living. He's going to give us tips and tricks when it comes to following the keto-based either diet or lifestyle. And he's going to introduce us to a lot of interesting people who are going to share their journeys as well, so that we can get an idea of things we can expect when we start to follow the keto-based diet or lifestyle. And he'll talk to us about recipes, how to get more value out of some of the snacks and things that we see, how to read labels so that we understand when we're heading through a health store or a grocery store, how we can understand the truth about the products that we're buying. It's easy to put the name keto on anything in the store. It's another thing to actually understand. But one of the things that I talk about all the time with this channel is these interviews that he does with other creators, because you're going to get stories from other creators about their own trials, tribulations, the positives, the negatives, and the impact that following a keto-based diet or lifestyle has had on their life itself, or they're going to give you tips and tricks, things that they've learned or experienced that might help. And one of the things I talk about all the time is the idea that we might hear a lot of the same information from different sources in different ways, different people, especially on YouTube. You never know who's going to strike the right chord. And Just Jason Keto will literally say all they want to do is get as much information out there as they can so that people have the opportunity to be able to learn and then hopefully be helped if that's what they want, or if that's the way we want to look at it. But it's wonderful to see creators that want to motivate and inspire others. Just Jason Keto is one of those, an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter with now moving on 900 subscribers. Some of their shorts videos are really killing it as well. They've gotten into the thousands of views, and I'm happy to see that a lot of times we see here in the Superchat family shorts videos of healthy looking foods, particularly that are grilled and things like that. I find that a lot of these get a lot of views, which is great to see. So that will likely continue for Just Jason Keto. One of these has hit over 22,000, which is great to see. I got to see this too. I might actually I might take this and try this, because I eat eggs almost every day. I would like to say 3, somewhere between 1 and 3. It depends if I'm buying something or if I'm making it myself, but I don't mind making breakfast. Breakfast is one of my favorite meals. Breakfast for dinner is like a million times. I'm always up for that, and I'm interested to see what he's got. I'm going to try to remember this. I'm going to show you a trick. Let's show you a trick right now. If you want to mark the time, where are we? We're 2 hours and 35 minutes into episode number 571, if you want to mark the time. And we started at an odd time today, that's why. But I'm just going to show you something. When you look at shorts, these can be difficult to share. So we're going to look at the shorts video that I want to see from Just Jason Keto. I'm going to give him his thumbs up right away. When we hit share, you don't have an option here to put this as a post like you do on video. So I'm going to show you how to get by that. Up in the URL here, in the address bar of my Chrome browser, if I just take the word shorts out of the URL and put the word watch in there instead, that's a bit of a hack. And now you see the video comes up like a traditional video. That means we get all the options, including making it a post or doing what we want to do, saving it to a playlist and this and that. Now I'm going to save this playlist, or save this video, I'm going to put in my watch later playlist, because I want to make sure I don't miss this, because I actually want to see, because I might make what he's making here. Let's see what this looks like if I scan through a little bit. Right? A breakfast looking sandwich, which is really cool. I'm not going to play the video, but I'm just going to see the end product here. But that looks like something I'd be happy to eat and might become a staple for me. So I've got this video, and I just wanted to show you that hack. So if you're watching a shorts video, it's easier to do on a computer than it is on a phone, of course, but out of the URL, you just take out that shorts word, replace it with watch, and that makes the video come up as a traditional video on YouTube. You could share it out on your community posts and things like that easily. FR Humphrey is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. I always do my community posts in advance, and I have a bit of a system with spreadsheets and stuff. I keep track of as much as I can with YouTube channel and everybody that's coming through and things like that. Still don't know how that video blew up. It just, you know, what YouTube chose for a thumbnail, I think makes it compelling. Because even it's not the views, it's the thumbnail, I think, that makes me want to see it. Because I put eggs in a frying pan so often that I almost want to see, like, wait a second, what are you doing with your eggs in a frying pan? Maybe not. I could be mistaken. We still, can't get a grasp on exactly how YouTube gives us those lottery wins on some of these shorts videos that just explode. But either way, it's great. Right, and that will likely continue. So Just Jason Keto will keep posting videos like that, and that'll likely just be the first one that hits 22,000. Kathy Payne, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Charlene Heel is here. Good to see you in the house as well. FR Humphrey is up on the screen right now. We'll see what they've got going on in their shorts videos here first before anything. These have gotten into almost 3,000 views, which is cool. Live streams might be something they pick up again in the future. And in the meantime, videos are something that they're posting somewhat frequently, about once a week. I'm just going to take one of your latest videos here, the ocean waves, and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Coffee Walks and Whatever is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. And Kristen Welton has a premiere coming up in about 20 minutes. I'm going to start dropping the link for that in a few minutes. It looks like we're going to be right on time. And if we get through all the channels in the chat on the screen, we can talk about whatever everybody would like for a second if you want, or we'll talk maybe about community posts or something. Kathy Payne is on the wheel. Charlene Heel is a powerhouse of energy and positivity. They're on the wheel too. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat. We'll get you on right away. We're at 96 thumbs up. If anybody hasn't already given that thumbs up, we might be able to hit 100 before we finish. And like I said, I'll drop the link for Kristen's premiere. Actually, we'll do it right now. Just in case I'm mistaken. And I'll pin it so that everybody can get to it. Now, since it's a premiere, the live chat's already running. Anybody can go over there anytime. Michael's Adventures will have a premiere for us after Superchat tomorrow. And we do this so that, first of all, we can share the audience. Rating is a wonderfully generous thing to do because you're giving somebody else a little bit of a head start in most cases, even if it's only a couple of viewers that wouldn't have otherwise been there at the beginning. But they give us the opportunity to continue meeting friends and family members. Kristen Welton, my love, is here as a member and a moderator. Michael's Adventures as well happens to be a member and a moderator. Also, they always allow people to meet in their premieres and live streams. Coffee Walks and Whatever is up right now with over 900 subscribers. I'm still getting to know these creators. More fellow Canadians, if I'm right. OJ and Deb. Deb's birthday was just a couple of weeks ago, as a matter of fact. Manitoba, Canada. They're enjoying a simple life. And they want to bring us DIY projects, home and garden, recipes from OJ, and then a lot of friendly conversation, which I've caught them for as well already. I'm just going to grab their second latest video. The reason why I'm grabbing this one is because 23 minutes long, a few extra watch minutes for you instead of the latest video, because I can see you've put out a few here. I've got that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And in your shorts videos, I see that they've already got over a couple thousand views on a couple of these. Live streams are something that they seem to be doing fairly frequently, a couple times a week. And like I said, I've caught them a couple of times, which I've been happy to catch them for. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up in another moment. Raids can be helpful. Yeah, today I kind of dragged on the speeches a little bit long. We're usually here for 3 hours, sometimes as little as 2.5, but I know it's a holiday weekend in the United States as well. So that plays a part in everything. Thank you. Scratch and PPA is up right now. Embarkation Nation's coming in. I'm just going to put them on the wheel right away. And Kristen Welton, I just got her to move up her premiere by a few minutes. We'll head over there right away after. I'll drop the link another couple of times. Embarkation Nation's a member. We always put members on the wheel right away. Scratch and PPA is very well known as a shining jewel in the Superchat family, and that's to say the least. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, an incredibly supportive creator, one of the most supportive that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube. Crimmage in Alaska. Not every day at the same time. So we're usually here 3 times a week, usually Saturday, Sunday, and 1 time during the week or 2 if we can make it. But I mix up the days and times so that we can reach different people. That's not necessarily advisable on every channel. The biggest YouTubers are always going to say, pick a day and time, like Scratch and PPA for over 2 years now. It's getting on 2.5. Posts at exactly 12:15 Eastern every single week without fail. That can benefit greatly. In the case of Superchat, this is a different type of channel, very utilitarian if we want to put it that way. So I feel like I can move things around and it will be fine because you can always adjust things, but that's been done from the start. Tomorrow we're here at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then I will set up next week's videos probably by the time we stream tomorrow. Scratch and PPA brings us the Scratch Challenge series of videos where he pits 2 lottery tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. And then Kristen Welton's just moving that premiere. I asked her to move it, and then I asked her to move it again. Just so we can hit it on time. But I want to try to get every channel on the screen if we can. So Kermage in Alaska is on the wheel now. Now, Embarkation Nation's been at it as well. So Scratch and PPA is going to give you an example of what happens when you post every single week without fail at the same time. Some of us set alarms on our phones and text each other to make sure that we don't miss Pete's premieres. And those happen, like I said, 12:15 Eastern every Tuesday. If you can join us for one of those, what you're going to find is one of the fastest rolling chats that you've seen in the Superchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of today's featured channel, which is Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, Garden State Gardener, VS Speaks Royally. Is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. So that also has to do, I'm sure, with the support that he gives to others. So many people want to make sure they're there to support Scratch and PPA because he literally is the reason I use the words seems to be everywhere all the time to describe him and a few other creators that are so supportive. You notice the presentation is also on the forefront of his mind because his bright, beautiful avatar is matched by the thumbnails every week, which also give you a hint as to the fact that he does giveaways in his videos, and then his banner is updated every week to match, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video, which now must be getting on almost 3 years ago, because he was within the Superchat family for a little while before starting his actual channel and content. So that's something to consider as well. He put a lot of thought and consideration into what he was going to do before he did it. Therefore, came out of the gate just blazing. And the compliments, like I said, have been there ever since his first video. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures was Mike and Rihanna's Family Vlogs. They just gave a minor name change there as they expand their content. This is a family vlogging channel, but they take us out on adventures. They bring us indoors. They come to us through the homesteading community of channels. They bring us a lot of indoor and outdoor videos together, do-it-yourself videos, stories to be told, live streams where we can hang out and get to know them. Their shorts videos have gotten into the couple thousand views now, and one of these have started to just blast beyond 21,000 views, which is great to see. Their channel just hit 100,000 views. They're 102,000 now and climbing, which is great. They're on a rapid growth spurt. Part of that has to do with the idea, I'm sure, that they've been working on the analytics for a long time now, thinking about things like descriptions, titles, tags, and supporting other creators. They'll be willing to swap playlists, so if anybody would like to do that for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I caught Rihanna's, she's got a second channel called Rihanna's Weekly Extras, and I caught that channel for the hot air balloon launch, which is really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen a launch before. I'm quite sure not, but that was cool. But they'll bring us as much content as they can in different subjects and different variety, if that makes sense. Embarkation Nation is coming up right now, and this is a channel I like talking about. I think their banner, right? Because they say, pardon me, live every day like it's Embarkation Day, which is like what we saw from Destination Fun today, where they were showing us the beginning of a cruising voyage as the ship pulled away. Yeah. I'm just going to drop the link for Kristen's premiere. She will be starting that with a nice long intro in about 10 minutes. Anybody can hop over anytime, and I will leave this live stream running right up until the moment that begins so that we can clean up our connections here, and you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members on her channel, as she also happens to be a moderator. So Embarkation Nation has got a couple of things coming up, premieres both tomorrow and the next day. I've got notifications on for them. I set notifications for everything, of course. And then I've got their latest video, and I'm just adding this into my catch-up list so I can make sure I don't fall behind. They're working on 700 subscribers. They've got some shorts videos as well, and these have gotten into the thousands of views. One of them over 9,600, which is great to see. Live streams are something that they're getting involved in frequently with a lot of other familiar faces. StreamYard panels, there's Destination Fun running the show over there as well. Eddie Lugo Studios and other familiar faces also. So I'm always happy to see creators collaborate. YouTube tells us right in our YouTube dashboard, one of the best ways to connect or grow your channel is to collaborate with other creators. Connecting with them and then collaborating is always a great way to expand your content with a new voice, if that makes sense. And you're generously doing the same for others by joining them. Joyful Julie's coming up. Jedi Cameron, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Jedi Cameron brings us video gameplay. Joyful Julie is a lifestyle channel. She's going to bring us variety, and she will inspire us in a spiritual way. We'll see what she's got going on in her videos right now. She's been posting frequently, many times a week. I'm just going to take your latest video, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list and see what you got going on with the rest of your content while I scan through the channel, sometimes outdoors, sometimes indoors. I've caught her for at least one live stream. I'm not sure how long ago that was. Just a few weeks ago. So she's streaming frequently, actually. Looks like just about every other day, which is cool. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of those. Of course, the notification bell is always on. And then when we look at the videos in the shorts section, we see that these have gotten into the thousands of views. One of them over 11,000 and one over 28,000 with a horrifying looking centipede there. I hate those things. I don't like to use that word very often, but for centipedes, they get that word. In Toronto, there's certain kind of bugs and things like that that are like everywhere all the time. And I was lucky enough to grow up in a house. My parents had a basement, and my sister and I would come home from school and watch TV, and there was always something bothering us and crawling across the floor, whether it was like a pill bug or whatever you call those potato bug things, and centipedes were something that would just make us scream. and run through the house. And I still to this day I don't like them. They're big and horrible, and they show up in all kinds of awful places. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning is up right now. They were here at the beginning of the stream. I'm not sure if they're still with us. It could be extremely late for them. This is Tracy and Phoebe, and they alternate in their videos more than anything else. Once in a while we might get a chance to see them together. There they are. But they are bringing us beauty more than anything else, usually with hauls or unboxing videos, sometimes with a list of things we might want to enjoy or explore, and sometimes a list of things we might want to avoid as well, which I think is a cool twist. When we look at shorts videos, some of these have gotten into the thousands of views, and one of them has popped over 5,800, which is great to see. Live streams are something they've done in the past. We'll see if they're going to pick those back up, but incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. They've been with us for a long time now. I'm thinking well over 2 years, could be 2.5 years or more. 507 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 600 they're thinking about. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen, and it looks like Charlene Heel is coming up. Jedi Cameron, it's very late for them right now. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat. I will try to get you on. We've got enough time for a couple of more channels because Kristen Welton will put a long 5-minute intro on her premiere. Charlene Heel is going to bring us wellness coaching, positivity, motivation, inspiration, all in one on this channel through shorts, videos, and live streams. Her latest video about eating cheese, oh dear, is in my catch-up list. I'm terrified because I like cheese is like chocolate to me. I'm certainly no connoisseur. It's not like I like expensive things or anything. I promise you, whether it's cheese or chocolate, whatever's on the shelf is fine. But I do really enjoy it. If somebody walks through a gathering or some kind of an event and they have a birthday cake, first of all, I go crazy. But if they have like one of those cheese trays where it's all chopped up and they got crackers and cheese, I have to know where that's going. And I follow it around. But Charlene Heel, I'll see what you have to say. Hopefully it's not going to be... Hopefully it's positive news. And then shorts videos are getting into over 1,600 views, which is great to see. Live streams are somewhat frequent, but she's got a second channel as well. And thank you, Lee, from the UK. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is Charlene Heel's second channel. First Floor Audio is dropping a super chat, so they're going to be the next channel that we look at from the UK. It's very, very, very late for them, so thank you for being here. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is going to bring us more video shorts and live streams, including wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship from the same creator behind Charlene Heel. Kristen Walton's got a premiere coming up, and I'll leave this live stream running right up until the moment that begins. But there's the link again. Anybody can hop over anytime. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities has some videos as well as shorts and live streams. The shorts are starting to get into the thousands of views, over 6,700. That will likely continue as well. And then live streams are something that they typically do frequently. It's been a few weeks on both channels, but we'll see if they're going to pick those back up. First Floor Audio is coming up right now, and we'll see what Lee's got going on. This is a talented music producer and performer. He allows us to interact and influence him while he produces music and performs on his channel. He does a few live streams with StreamYard panelists joining him as well. And Radio 1FA is a series that he's got that features compilations of all of his original works. The songs are available on the channel to be listened to, a couple of shorts videos promoting live streams, and hopefully everybody will enjoy listening to the diverse styles that this creator has got. Sometimes you meet a music producer and they typically stick to one or two genres, but Lee is incredibly talented and will bring you right into his productions. I got into his live stream, and more than once now I get in there and he's singing a Superchatters song, and he'll do that for just about anybody once you get in there. But it's really interesting to see. Jedi Cameron is coming up with some video gameplay. One more time, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Jedi Cameron is getting close to 900 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They've got shorts videos that have gotten into the couple of thousand views. That will likely continue as well. They mix those up. Live streams are something that they're doing. They were doing it frequently. It's been a few weeks, but I'm going to take the latest replay, put that in my catch-up list, get them some watch time, and then I see that they've got some videos here as well. So actually what I'm going to do, I should have taken the video instead, but it's okay. I'll take both, and I'll put them in my catch-up list. That'll get you some watch minutes there. And Jedi Cameron is somebody who's been with us as a loyal and dedicated supporter for quite some time. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody hasn't already given us a thumbs up, I hope you will. They really do help. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the way out. Give Kristen Welton a thumbs up on the way in. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Lori's Tech Time comes to us with tech gadget reviews, electronics usually. Some of these come from a monthly subscription service called Gadget Discovery Club, and some of them are independent, but you can see she's doing really well with a lot of these. Not to mention she's got some shorts videos, and these have started to get into the thousands of views. One of them popped over 18,000, which is great to see. Live streams are something that she does frequently, and she mixes up the gameplay so that she can play with other creators as well. Fall Guys is something that I've got included in an Xbox that I recently got, which I haven't really done much with yet, but maybe one of these days I'll hop in there. I played Fall Guys once on a computer in an internet cafe. I wanted to see what is happening with those things lately, so me and my son went to one of those a couple of weeks ago. But Fall Guys is a popular game. Lori's Tech Time as well has another channel, Lori's Vlogs and Shorts. Ben Cyan Games, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Lori's Vlogs and Shorts, of course, is going to bring us vlogs and shorts. And let's see how the shorts are doing on this channel. When we look, we see that these are getting into the thousands of views, 6, 7, and 8,000, which is great to see. Vlogs, hopefully she'll come up with another one very soon. I think I was there for that premiere, if I remember right. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen. And the next one we're going to look at is somebody who's here for the very first time from Alaska. Carmage Inn, if I'm pronouncing that right. Or Kermage Inn, if I'm pronouncing that right. And hopefully I am. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong if you happen to still be in the chat. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, and I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you've got our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are here usually 3 times a week at least, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And I'm just dropping the link one more time for Kristen Welton's premiere. That's going to start any second. I think the intro is probably running. And Kathy Payne is going to be another channel that we're going to look at right now. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend here, even if you're just coming by quickly, even if you're just giving us a thumbs up, or if you're running the stream in the background. I know our friend Jaden and a few other people do that as well. I really appreciate that. Kathy Payne has 454 subscribers. And they'll give you an idea as to what to expect on their channel. On their About page, we can see that shorts might be something they're going to start producing. And I'm just going to take their second latest video at 9 minutes, put that in my catch-up list to keep up with what they've got going on. It's variety on this channel from the Aloha Freedom Tours in Hawaii. Ben Cyan Games, yeah, we're on tomorrow, many hours earlier than today, but that live stream's already set. Thank you everyone again for the time that you spent. We'll go over to Kristen Welton's channel. Please don't forget, thumbs up on the way out. Give her a thumbs up on the way in. She will allow you to meet more friends and family members while we're over there, and I'll see you with her. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.